hold short, then Quebec, easy 6.
Today's live stream is sponsored by FS Academy. If you want to get started with the most realistic tutorial series and missions for Flight Sim, you can choose from FS Academy's various products, all available to purchase from multiple websites, including our friends at Orbex and Contrail. The FS Academy add-ons, created by our real airline captain, are designed to help you get started confidently, stepping up your skills with VFR flight or IFR navigation. Their latest product, Navigator, as you navigate cross-country using real techniques, touring the landscape and mirroring a real navigational course. It comes complete with a full ground school manual and 11 tutorial missions which give you the crucial skills needed before setting off on a multi-leg bus trip across wonderful Scotland to put it all into practice. So check the link in the description and go take a look at the FS Academy website today. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel today. Our little Christmas special, Zato, Dursi 2, Delta Tango, Gav. Hello folks, good night to you Gav, early start for you in the morning over in Australia. Doctor on board, good evening. Ian Gray, Christopher, hello. Finally indeed. Automated, good morning. Birdman, hello folks. Commentator as well, lots of members in the chat today. I hope you're well. We are off the Rovaniemi today to see Santa. In relation to that little advert at the start from FS Academy, as of today until the 4th of January, it is on sale on the MSFS marketplace for 40% off, which is really good. And it's been a long time since we actually started at Gatwick. Very long time. We've got GSX with its custom profile, and we're back in the mighty PMDG 737-800. Gatwick on VATSIM is one of the busiest airports in the network, more so than Heathrow, and it certainly is busy today. We've got a number of controllers online, ground, tower, delivery, all with us, and this wonderful Origami Studios scenery as well. Flying TUI today, TUI UK, or Tomjet. Our call sign is Tomjet 5 November Juliet. And it's about 3.5 hours, so most of the pre-flight is done. We're 83% of the way through baggage loading. We've got the jetty still attached there as well on the aircraft. And we've got to get our clearance. David, good morning. Zato's relaunching Sim. Weather's all janked up, that's bizarre. Will I fly to Ukraine sometime? Yes. Last time we went to fly into Ukraine, we had issues, didn't we, with crashed desktops. So certainly is on our list. I want to go to Kiev, maybe Lviv as well in the sim. So everything's done, boarding completed, lovely stuff. That's my rudder pedals flicking away there, because I've got my feet on them. And this screen is giving us all of our V speeds. 40% off discount mark for FS Academy's products on the MSFS marketplace. Until the 4th of January. V2 at 145, add the 10, gives us 155 knots, V2 plus 10, and we're expecting a departure on 26 left, and the Frane 1 mic departure.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 3 via Kilo November and Alpha November.
Read my message, Doc says. To me or someone else? I saw you said hello, hello. I'm scrolling through other stuff to try and find. No, I don't know what you mean. Anyway, we've had a bing bing. Oh, is that Doc? Oh yes, Kevin. Hello, hello. Just landed in Gatwick from Copenhagen. See me at stand 1, which is over there, isn't it?
Thank you. Clear to Lima, Foxtrot, Lima, Lima, Bogna, 1 X-ray departure. Squawk 6464.
Hey, there's Doc. Hey, Doc. Smelly cheese balls. And when did you fly to Oslo? We did it a couple of weeks ago. We flew to Oslo.
Wagner 1 X-ray departure squawk 6.
This is TUI's Santa Express, basically.
Is that correct? Break. American 1 then or 55.
ATIS.
Push back approved.
Information Hotel at Gatwick at the moment. Runway in use is 26 left. ILS to be expected. Transition flight level 75. That's for arrivals. 6,000 for departure. Surface wind 220 at 8. Slight crosswind. Visibility 7 kilometres in light rain. Scattered 700 feet. Broken 1,000 feet. That's the cloud. Temperature +10. Dew point +9. QNH.
Lot 804 Gatwick
1006. So we've got to speak to ground first, and then 1185 or tower.
Frame 1 Mike departure. Squawking 75.
Doc, I was searching through Discord. I was scrolling through the chat just in case I'd missed one. I reckon we can close that up. QNH 1006, that's changed.
Gatwick Director 126 of May 25, KLM 1511. Bye bye.
Gatwick ground, good afternoon. Tomjet 5, November Juliet, stand 102, I believe. Information Hotel, QNH 1006, request IFR clearance to Rovaniemi.
Tomjet 5, November Juliet, Gatwick ground, hello. Clear to Rovaniemi, Frame 1 that make departure, squawk 0555, QNH 1006.
Cleared Rovaniemi, frame 1 Mike departure, squawk 0555, QNH 1006, Tomjet 5, November Juliet.
Tomjet 5, November Juliet, correct.
Lovely, so that matches what we've got in here. And the information letter that we gave you was basically the code that means that we've read the latest ATIS. Clayton, we're at 102. So we're all good. There's our Perfinite page, all complete. M1 limit is all done. We're going to depart with a derated +44 degree flex, but take off profile 1 and then into climb profile 2. And then our takeoff page there that we've just been through. I do need to bring in our winds request, and then we're going to prep for push.
Expect stand 3-3, taxi via Juliet and hold short Papa.
3-3 via Juliet and hold short Papa.
Takes a while, so let's just get into it. Cruise wind link uploading. Execute that. Okay, so I'm going to quickly whiz through my checklist. Then all of that. APU start monitor, gen is on, and APU is on bleed as well. So that's as far as we've got currently. Packs on auto, isolation valve is open. Packs are now off anyway. Altimeter set, transponder set 0555.
Speedbird 18 Whiskey Tango, contact Gatwick Director 1260.825, bye bye.
Director 126.85.
So that's good. 0555. That's all set.
Departure check completed.
Clear that.
Bypass pin inserted.
MCP is set, so we've got departure heading. Initial climb to 5,000 and our V speeds are set. I won't worry about those. Detling 1173 could be useful though. 1173.
Locking gear.
Ground Tomjet 5, November Juliet, stand 102, fully ready, request push and start.
Tomjet 5, November Juliet, roger, hold position, I've got an EasyJet pushing on your right.
Yeah, we'll go hold position, Tomjet 5, November Juliet. So we just have to leave GSX doing its thing. We're going to be inbound 079 degrees towards the Detling VOR, so I'm going to set that first. That's going to help us with our inbound turn. We depart, turn right. It's more there in case of nav failure, really, more than anything else. And we've got a custom GSX profile, so what you get is, here it says face west, face east. That's because the developer of this custom profile has taken the time to configure custom pushback for each stand, which is really nice. So we're going to get face east, face west as the only two options for this, and then we're just going to click the relevant figure, the relevant bit that is relevant to where we need to go. We need the pumps on, centre tank's got fuel in it, got some juice, go-go juice. And we'll get the anti-collision light on as well. The elevation here is 203, so let's get that set. And we're ready to go. We just have to wait. He's going to be... There he is. Steve Drar, by the way, one of the PMDG official livery painters, created this livery. Really nice. Oops, through the IFE screen. But what's really nice is he's done a custom cabin with IFE. Looks great, doesn't it? It's complete with TUI seats too. Very, very smart. That's on flightsim.to. It's G Tango Alpha Whiskey Lima and Tango Alpha Whiskey Victor are the two that he's painted. If we go to the seat pocket, he's even added in their brochures, the in-flight magazine and safety card too, which is more visible on this side. Zato's X-Plane 12, where they just went down the toilet, into X-Plane 11 and the A300 you go. Christ. X-Plane less stable than MSFS, eh? Who'd have thought it?
1955, taxi holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left via Kilo, November. And
I do love Gatwick. We've left it too long since our last flight out of here.
Taxi to Alpha 3, 26 left, Kilo, November, Alpha November. Request Mike.
Delta Tango's going to fly offline with a Christmas livery on the flyby-wire.
55, Roger. Continue taxi on Alpha November and make.
Very nice.
Make one.
Too early here to be up and prepared for VATSIM.
Continue Alpha November.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
American 195.
Is this EasyJet ready or?
Gatwick ground lot 804, it's stand 105, ready for push and start.
Lot 804, stand 105, push and start approved, face east.
Face east for lot 804, thank you.
So we're pushing on to Lima.
EG22 ready for taxi.
There he is.
Easy 222, taxi via Lima and Papa, hold short of Juliet.
Taxi via Lima, Papa, hold
That's
short
him, I
Juliet,
think.
EG22.
Yeah, he's on Lima.
Subject 5 November Juliet, after the EasyJet A321 passes right to left behind, stand 102, push and start approved, facing east after.
After the EasyJet passes behind, right to left, push and start, face east behind Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Continue pushback. Face east.
Qatari 222, say again.
Dismiss GPU. There we go.
Qatari 222, stand 50, push and start approved, face west.
Is he out of the way yet? We go to this view. Lovely.
Commencing push.
And get a ground.
Let's go to Sandler.
Stand 48 left, ready, request push and start.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Can't remember this now because I was in an Airbus yesterday. Oh look, there's the PMDG stuff. That's really cool. We're 1 minute behind schedule though.
I've got it wrong. I'll put 10642. Osprey 5.
That's all off. Ignition mode is good. That's all fine. Ignition mode ground. N2 rising. Commentators doing Heathrow to Boston in the headwind. Very nice. Yeah, it was a major update they released. Fuel control lever to run. We've got the old style switches there in this one.
And ground Osprey 532, we should be squawking correctly. I just wrote it down wrong. Osprey 532, Gatwick ground, stand 48 left, push and start, approved. Push and start, Osprey 532.
Let's see. This gets us pushing back nicely. I do love the 737, it's really good. Mark's saying I've got to learn to fly the 737. Check out the 3 tutorial videos, the 3 episodes that I did, and that'll get you started nice and easy. Just covers all the basics, and then all the other bits you can learn.
2032, just hold position there. I've got 2 aircraft to taxi past.
That's that 777 over there by the looks of it. Off in the distance, just underneath the pier there, you can see 777, the A777.
2134 November, we stand 574 with information hotel, KH 1006, request IFR to Rovaniemi.
Okay, while we're doing the business end stuff,
134 November, Roger, stand by.
Start the safety demonstration. Thanks to the Luke Air tool, really nice bit of freeware. Hopefully you can hear it.
Hello and welcome to your flight with TUI. Whether it's your first flight or your 50th, do take a moment to look and listen as we talk you through the magic of flying. Please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Putting your
Gatwick ground, KLM 2472 is ready for taxi.
Simply clip it together, then adjust it by pulling on the strap. To take it off, just lift the flap. It's not very likely, but if there's an emergency, get into the brace position.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine. Start. You can disconnect.
Got a Qatari in front of us. Let's put ignition mode to continuous. One on final there.
Have a look
Yeah.
and count the rows to your nearest exit because you
Very
never
cool.
know,
There's an
it might
American
be
Airlines
behind you.
aircraft there too.
And if you need help finding your way, follow
Gens
the
1 and 2
low-level
across.
lights, and they'll lead you to an exit.
Looking at the overhead still, we're going to check Gen 2's power and then Gen 1, flick it across, we've got the probe heat on, look down the middle, and then
If
back
an
to the top,
oxygen mask drops
down through trim air.
hold down firmly towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. And remember to put
Packs
yours
are
on
all
first
set and on as
before giving
required,
anyone else a
and
hand.
then APU can come
Gatwick
off.
ground, KLM 2472 is ready for taxi.
There's an Osprey over there, legend.
Easy 1 uniform X-ray, taxi Romeo, Lima, hold short Quebec Alpha, expect stand.
126825.
Either under your seat,
Left is clear,
beneath your
right is
centre
clear.
armrest, or inside your leg rest. Put it on over your head, pass the straps around your waist, and tie it in a double bow. The life jacket will inflate when you pull sharply on the red toggle.
Subject 5 November Juliet,
For
request
more
taxi.
information on the type of life
Subject
jackets
5
and
November
oxygen
Juliet,
masks,
stand by, I'll call you
check
back.
your safety
Break.
card. And if you
American
need more air,
19955,
go into the tube.
contact.
Be sure
Going
to wait
radar
until
now.
you're outside the aeroplane before inflating your
1268
life jacket.
bye.
If you're travelling with an infant and haven't been given a life jacket yet,
So flap set
let
5
a crew
green,
Weather 126.
elevator trim is set as required. It is, it's 4 point something degrees today. We've just done flight controls as you saw on the wings, but on the system page we can just double check.
To station.
Please make sure all mobile phones and handheld devices are switched to flight mode. Bigger electronic
Have we had the
items like
the
laptops
GSX have a
need to
good
be
trip
switched
message?
off
There we
and
go.
stowed
It's like it
securely
was
in
reading my
your
mind.
hand luggage,
Continue
and placed either under the
Papa,
seat in
Alpha
front of you
Sierra, hold
or
Alpha
the overhead
2.
compartment.
Continue Papa Alpha Sierra.
And we'll do that
Hold
warning
on,
recall
hold
check.
on.
Taxi lights can go on
Move around during the flight.
in a moment
Easy
when,
2, make Alpha 1, Papa.
when we get cleared to taxi, but we got auto brake on
Ask
RTO.
you to leave the aeroplane
This is
urgently.
company specific,
Remember
but
to leave all of your
Sanders,
hand
hello,
luggage
buddy.
behind. We're just about ready for takeoff, so
Sorry,
make sure your
222, stand by,
seatbelt is
call you
fastened,
back.
your seat is upright,
That's him.
Easy 1 uniform
your bag is
X-ray,
unclear,
Gatwick ground.
and your tray table is stowed away.
Easy 1
For more information about this flight's emergency
Easy 1 uniform X-ray, take first left on Romeo, Lima, hold short Quebec Alpha, expect band 560.
Easy 1, if we put this down Romeo and Lima, Quebec Alpha,
Little standoff. Origami Studios Gatwick is fantastic. RNLIB, hello to you.
2613, taxi 08 left, hold short of Charlie, expect band 21.
runway 08, hold short of taxiway Charlie, stand 21, speedbird 2613.
Should you need assistance in finding these
Well,
exits,
is your floor ready for
low-level
taxi?
lights will illuminate the aisles, as pointed out
Got
by the cabin crew.
804, stand by, call you back.
Standing by, left 804.
Burning fuel. Peter, good afternoon, welcome. Yeah, there's the spec RNLIB.
5 November Juliet, taxi Lima, Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3.
Taxi Lima, Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Brakes are off, wee bit of power, taxi lights on.
Easy 22, contact Gatwick director now, 126, decimal 825, bye-bye.
126, decimal 825, reach K2, goodbye.
That's looking good. Yeah, the MK VY freeware Gatwick is really nice, but I get the same thing as you, Mark. It just frames per second are wrecked. This is good. This is fine.
We'll hold short here, Papa,
I also used to get crashed to desktops with the MK VY one.
And Gatwick ground, Osprey 532 is ready for taxi.
The night emissives on this are remarkably good.
Osprey 532, stand by.
Roger.
climb 2472.
Fast service. They're either going to go full Leroy Jenkins on us and blast over the taxiway, or they're going to wait for us and squirt us with water.
Alpha, Lima, Papa, hold short at Kilo for KLM 2472.
Depends if they're in a rush to go and play pool or not in their station. Yeah, he's creeping, isn't he?
Atari 222, taxi Lima, hold short Papa.
There he goes. He wants to do it. Oh. I'm in fast service.
34 November, have your clearance when you're ready to copy.
We'll just go through it.
Ready to copy, 134 November, you're cleared. Echo, Foxtrot, Romeo, Oscar, 3 1 Mike, 26 left, score 46.
Is that Agent Smith?
Say again for us, 134 November. 134 November, you're cleared to your destination. Echo, Foxtrot, Romeo, Oscar, 3 1 Mike, departure.
Ryanair landing.
Score 4661. Close to destination, Echo Foxtrot, Romeo Oscar via the 319.
Alpha 1, so Alpha, what have we got? Alpha November, Alpha 3, lovely, so we know where we're going. On offer for $15.99, that's great.
34 November, correct.
Look at that. The old 777, lovely. Be going on one of those in September.
Sorry, 222, I did tell you hold short as Papa, but you're on Papa now, so taxi Papa, hold short Kilo.
Exactly, Matthew. It's a really nice FSLTL model, that is. FSLTL's 777s.
804.
Look at that.
Taxi Kilo Papa,
Really
Alpha
cool.
November, hold Alpha 3.
So left there Zulu. This is where it confuses people a lot on VATSIM on at Gatwick.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, contact Gatwick radar now, Gatwick direct, 126, station 825, bye-bye.
Contact director 126.825 for Tomjet 5 November Juliet. See ya. Lovely. So that's changed. Lots going on here. Gatwick director, good afternoon. Tomjet 5 November Juliet approaching Alpha 3, ready for departure.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, Gatwick director, hello, hold Alpha 1.
Hold Alpha 1, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. You will find Gatwick is quite unique on VATSIM as well. It's certainly not an airport you just want to jump straight into for your first ever VATSIM experience, because there is very, very skilled controllers, but it's also really busy. And the ground layout is a bit tricky. You absolutely must use charts here.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, Alpha 1 line up, 26 left.
Or Alpha 1, line up 26 left, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Oh, we've got the old bar lights. Cross lights to strobe and steady. We'll give the crew another ding ding. We've got the taxi lights off. Just make sure I do the turn first. How they are. Check the approach path just in case. Sanders, yeah, it's the new Volanta. Pretty neat, right?
V22, report your passing altitude to climb now, flight level 170.
Transponder,
Flight level 170,
traffic, get terrain map on.
And report your passing altitude.
Fuel flow reset rate.
Passing altitude 1000, EGKK.
Roger.
Yeah, Heathrow.
5 November Charlie, 26 left, clear takeoff, surface in 220 degrees, 8 knots.
Clear for takeoff 26 left, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Alright. Ooh, big weather change. Lovely. Ryan, good afternoon to you. Okay, so set 40%. All the rest of that, happy with that. That's all looking good. Toga. So pushing forwards on the stick until 80 knots just to get a bit of nose wheel pressure. Oh, what the heck?
Your speed's alive.
Don't know who that was.
Direct to American 155. Ready any time for
Through 80.
We are at Victor now.
American 195.
Speed's good, thrust set.
Mike 1 line up, 36 left.
Rotate.
American 1955, Mike 1 line up, running 36 left.
Into a bit of a crosswind. Follow the flight director. So all you got to do is stare at that PFD. And then fly the jet to that, even if it's bumpy. And then when you're happy, get across, wings level, CMDA engage.
Director, hello, hold out 4.
Alpha 1 for runway 04.
105 November Juliet, climb now, question, refer you back to the altitude, climb now, flight level 150.
Flight now, flight level 150, it's 105 November Juliet.
And just confirm the passing altitude.
Passing 2,100 feet, 5 November Juliet.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sorry, 222 Gatwick Director, hello, Roger.
So, let's get the flaps up, order brake is off now, gear, leave it off. They can be set to wing anti-ice, let's get that set on as a protection against the elements. We'll bring that wheel round to 079.
American 1955 T6 left, Jefferson, 320 knots.
This is why I love the 737 over the A320, because there is lots to do on departure. Keeps you very busy. Yo, hello buddy. Is it me, or is the latest sim update improved the way the rain works on the aircraft? That is spectacular. Even on takeoff, you had the weather blasting over. I just need to jump back into the flight deck here to make sure we're not levelling off. Right, there we go. Just needed a bit more of a click. Microsoft Flight Simulator, go away. Christ, Europe, you're going right up to Christmas with classes still at college. It's incredible. Peter, keep thinking he's saying hold that phone instead of hold Alpha 1. Close. Ryan, I'm doing very well, thank you for asking. A lot of pea soup around the UK at the moment,
1955, more Charlie.
as you can see.
American 1955, I think you're probably backing up if you come off that level 1.
Boa says, do you recommend the PMDG? Yeah, hands down, the best aircraft you can buy in Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment. And absolutely, yeah, I'll be getting the 900 for sure. A-firm, subject 5 November Juliet.
Thank you, break clocked 804 by Alpha 1, line up, C6 left.
Enjoying the wing views. As Ashley's saying, I'm getting tricked by all these constraints here. Got to keep clicking it for each one. Yeah, Mikhail, not too dissimilar for me. I'm working 22nd, 23rd, 24th and the 25th.
Good afternoon, KLM 2472 is on Alpha November, taxiing
through standard pressure now, through our transition level. This is where I wish we had a weather radar, because look at all this.
KLM 2472.
I mean, that's mega, look at that. It's a beautiful bit of scenery there. The sim does blow your mind with how good the graphics are. It's 7? No, I'm going to click 9. Let's go for this one actually. So Peter, I think maybe because, well, if it was an Airbus, you'd click it the once, it'd be open client, it would just ignore them all. But because this is a Boeing, the computer says, okay, well you've clicked it once, you want to go through that constraint that's next, but are you sure, and do you want to go through the next one? So you've got to click it again for the next one. So on departures like Gatwick, where you've got lots of constraints on the SID, but you're told climb to flight level 150, you've got to click, 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 click through each of those constraints.
Jet 5 November Juliet, nothing further, monitor Unicom, bye-bye.
Monitor Unicom, Tomjet 5 November Juliet, see ya.
Lot 804, report your passing altitude.
Can't wait for the weather radar. 10,000. Yeah, or you could use level change. To be fair, I'll jump back into the flight deck actually. OG, hello, welcome. We will get ourselves up to cruise 370. There we are. Over Detling frame. You know what, I might do a direct to frame. Quick check of Atlanta to see what we've got. Yeah, no one's in the way. I'm going to go direct frame. And it's going to cut out that big old line. And then it also means we can stop tracking the Detling VOR. Busting out the cloud ceiling there, the cloud tops. What that looks like. Epic. There we go, one of my favourite views when I'm flying. OG, how come you're working on Christmas? Just the nature of my job, sadly. We don't get the ability to have that sort of time off. Brits, it's a great departure, isn't it? The weather helps. Yeah, it says I should be getting a cigar humidor chest for Christmas. I don't know what it is, but it sounds quite posh. If I bring up Volanta real quick, you can see, oh hello, that was a weird stutter. You can see our departure has taken us out, and then we've had a 180-degree turn to the right, all the way back to head sort of eastbound towards the Detling VOR, which is just where the cursor is there. As we've got past Acorn, we've then gone direct to Frayne. So we've kind of cut out that almost 90-degree turn northbound there, just a little bit inefficient. So that's our line so far, the green line. And then we're going to be heading up over Southend, Colchester, over the Norfolk coast, and then over the North Sea. And we've got Aerosoft's North Sea installed still, actually, from memory. It's been a little while since we've flown in this part of the world. So remind me, when we get over the water, to look down and look out for wind farms and oil rigs. And then if we zoom further out, our routing is going to take us over Oslo. Wonderful Oslo freeware scenery from Hergy. into Swedish airspace and then into Finnish airspace as well. We got MK Studios Rovaniemi for our arrival, which we expect to be dark because they don't get many hours of sun this time of year. Matthew took next week off. I'm going to do some 737-600ER flying an X-Plane 12. Very nice. Absolutely, Doc. Yeah. One of the busiest periods of the year, which is, it can be quite frustrating sometimes. Mark, that's really cool. Now, the final flight sounds good, based around the Vulcan bomber. When are you going to fly to the Great Hergy Cotilla? Yeah, great shout. Maybe after Christmas we can do a Cotilla to Gatwick, perhaps. Yeah, effectively it's it does mean that I can't spend Christmas or New Year's, in fact, with my family, but it is what it is. You kind of sign up to it, so that's what you expect. And I got last Christmas off. I got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off, and I was back to work Boxing Day, or the day after Boxing Day I think it was. So this year they've given me Christmas to work. You is asking, what do you use for performance calculations for takeoff? Great question. We've covered it a lot actually on the channel across various live streams, but I always use something called VAS Airplane Toolbox. If you search for it on Google, it comes up first result in the X-Plane forum. You can download it for free. It's a really good freeware performance calculator for loads of different aircraft, including the A320neo, the A320, like the Fenix A320, the MD-80. I'm not sure if it has a profile or not. I know the RJs do for when Just Flight released that. But yeah, VAS Airplane Toolbox, VAS, Victor Alpha Sierra Airplane Toolbox. How'd you get over autophobia? Typing Squirrel is asking. I have no idea. I don't think I have autophobia. I don't think I know what it is. Oh, Mark. That does sound good. You know what? Do remind me of that, what that book is. So I'm going to Mauritius next September. I need a holiday. It's been going back to one of our favourite places in the world, and I like to do a little bit of reading on holiday. So I did. What did I read? I read all about Chernobyl and everything else while I was there last time. Really eye-opening, quite incredible. But yeah, I think that might be my bit of reading for that holiday, perhaps. Cost index of 050 today, or cost index of 50, which is going to give us a much quicker cruise for our flights. Try and narrow a little bit of time off. So we've actually gained an extra 600 kilos of fuel on board to fly at a slightly faster rate. The faster your aeroplane goes, the more fuel it burns, and also the faster you fly, the higher the drag, and all that gum. Science, basically. Crikey. Luke says, hey, love your streams. Great to hear. Hope you have a great holiday. Likewise to you. Also, autophobia is the fear of being alone. Not sure how to take the question now. Do you mean, how do you get over the fact that you're going to be away from your family at Christmas? Well, I'm at work and I know I'm going to be busy, so I don't get the chance to really think about it. Especially because I don't deal with particularly nice people. So I end up quite busy. I'll be on night shift Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, and then Christmas Day into Boxing Day. So I'll have about 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So yeah, 2 to 4 o'clock roughly, where I'll be able to have a little bit of Christmas dinner with people, with family, and then I'm off back to work for another 12-hour night. Doc's saying we reckon we're going to get 55 to 65 knot tailwind. Lovely. That sounds good. That'll whistle off about 10-15 minutes as well. Matthew saying Vancouver is horrible in MSFS, but fairly complete in X-Plane 12. Interesting. A little glimpse of Norfolk down there. Lots of pig farms in Norfolk. But it is under the cloud, underneath the wing actually, roughly, sort of over there somewhere, is RAF Watersham. And we're on the Mike 604 airway now, so very soon we're going to be over the North Sea. So if we go to this side of the aeroplane, we see a break in the cloud. Yeah, there's the coastline, just there, underneath the wing. Lovely. Tussie says, I got my Christmas holiday today, very nice. Brandon's read about nuclear fusion's new breakthrough. Yeah, that's way too sciencey for me. I know Rolls-Royce are trying to create mini nuclear power stations or something, which is quite interesting. Hopefully that means that we're going to help solve a bit of an energy thing, but then I guess on the flip of that, we have more nuclear assets that need protecting. Finn, first time here, welcome. Hope you're well. Great to have you tune in. Very warm welcome to you. Hoping to get my VATSIM understanding better. Well, I'd like to think you're in the right place, and throw any questions you've got in the live chat. There's a lot of us that are knowledgeable in the live chat that will be able to help with all sorts of questions if you're looking to get started on VATSIM. Hopefully you've checked out my VATSIM tutorial videos, but I will be looking to create some more in the near future. In partnership with VATSIM, which would be quite exciting. And for that, actually, really, I kind of need your help with it all, really. I need to know, those of you who have been using VATSIM a long time, or those of you who might be looking to get started on VATSIM, if you were to name one thing that you wish you knew when you started, or if you were to name one thing that you really want to know before you start on VATSIM, what is that one thing? Because I'll be looking to create lots of little videos that would just address a particular question, that then cut away the 40-50 minute long videos. Kai, hello buddy. Mahaba. Welcome to you. King of Dalaman. Harrison, oceanic clearance. That's a big one. Master caution. Centre tanks are empty. Fuel. There's our low pressure warning, and the second one there. Bulb's just gone again. We'll close both of those, and the engines will now be running on the left and right tanks. And I'm hoping this cloud dissipates, because we're flying over the North Sea, and that does mean... oh my goodness, drone. Get away. Oh. I'm hoping we get to see some of the Aerosoft North Sea stuff. Speckle Boys, one thing he wish he knew was that you should really have up-to-date nav data before flying on the network. Yeah, having a Navigraph Ultimate subscription definitely helps, but it's about 80 odd quid, isn't it? That's one of those things that not necessarily everyone can afford, but it does make a huge amount of difference. That's another one. Ashley, one of my tips actually that I share in the top 10 video that I did a long time ago, one of those was, you might think text is easier, but it's twice as hard. Just go straight to voice. And big one there, big tip from Lee, avoid events until you're proficient in your aircraft and proficient on VATSIM, because events are quite chaotic. Always start small. Agree there with commentator, start small, small airfields, one runway, just a handful of departures. If you're in the UK, for example, then Edinburgh's a great starting place. New controllers, only a few instrument departures, a few arrival routes if you're flying into Edinburgh, that sort of thing. And always use a pen and paper. I've actually got a big notepad next to me for every flight, and I start with my call sign, the stand, and my aircraft type. I then look at the ATIS information, the QNH, and I get all that written down with our runway in use, the departure that I'm using, any taxi instructions, and the squawk. And then anything else I think of that I think, you know what, I need to write that down, I scribble on my notepad. Really important. It helps reduce that workload quite a bit, because we're in the flight sim, we're flying aircraft designed for 2 people, like this. We're designed, we're basically flying it 1 person. Matthew, yeah, you should have one of those fancy Osprey Airways operations notepads available on my merch store to write things down. And also, Osprey stickers bring you good luck on landing. I like that. Maybe we should start. Maybe we should start spreading that. You want to improve your buttery landings? You need an Osprey sticker stuck to your yoke. I do actually have an Osprey sticker stuck on my Turtle Beach yoke. Blown up, happy holidays. Weather's down on X-Plane 11. Good grief, who'd have thought it? Look at that, we've got a bit of cross-flow. Is that my contrails? Surely not. Look at that. Epic. I love the split scimitar. Yeah, knowing how to use Unicom is a big thing as well. Understanding how the Unicom system works, what you should and shouldn't transmit. The ABCs of using a radio are really good as well. It's something we use at my workplace, but I think it's actually quite pertinent to aviation too. ABC of radio use is accuracy, brevity, clarity. So, saying what you need to say really accurately, keeping it short and sweet, and being nice and clear on the radio so everybody understands what you mean. And that then means you don't have to repeat yourself. Always a good thing. I do like the TUI livery, it's pretty cool. Zata says it's your contrails. Oh, they stretch on for miles, that's wonderful. Hugh says, what throttle and yoke do you recommend for Boeing and Airbus? So, it depends on your budget. You might only be able to afford one. If you can get something like Honeycomb, then that's a great option, probably one of the best you can buy. But I use Turtle Beach's Velocity 1 flight kit. And it's a yoke and a throttle system that's connected together, and then I've got Thrustmaster T-Flight rudder pedals. Copper climb coming up. Down here we are starting to see a little bit more in the sea, so we're basically going to be on oil rig lookout. Whether we can spot any or not, I really don't know, but we're going to be panning around looking for them. Not as chaotic as that though, because that will give you guys motion sickness. Zato says, I would like to thank Lamina for ruining the weather immersion on his flight today. Did a couple of test flight a couple of hours ago and it was working beautifully. Yeah, if you're using an Airbus, then obviously a stick might be useful, but I fly an Airbus with my Turtle Beach yoke still, because I can't be bothered to unplug and replug 2 different ones. Very weird. marks his click live weather off and on for a little bit, but to be fair, we're flying up the North Sea quite a way, so we should, it's such a vast area that's covered, we should be able to spot something at least, I'd like to think. ECMO, 7.4 tonnes of fuel. I'm going to do a quick check on my OFP. .4 tonnes of fuel, so we're bang on our fuel calculations, and we're doing max 7.9. That's good. That means we're on target for fuel. We haven't burnt too much sitting on the ground. Yeah, understand how to use vectors, that's a big one on VATSIM, and also understand how to program and fly holds manually too, that's a big one. Especially if you're flying into anywhere that's busy. Gatwick, there's always holds at Gatwick. Hey, there we go. There's a tiny little oil rig from 37,000 feet below. It's Aerosoft's North Sea pack. It just brings a bit of life to the North Sea. Obviously at this altitude you kind of struggle to see stuff, but there's a ship down there. It's nice that at 37,000 feet you can still see all of that. That's really impressive. Little hat tip to Aerosoft there for their North Sea pack. Will Santa's sleigh be doing test flights in your airspace? Finn is asking. You know what? Possibly. We might fly into Rovaniemi and we might have Santa doing some circuits maybe. I hope not. I don't fancy wiping out a load of reindeer, wrecking everyone's Christmas. Dust2 says, woohoo, that was an epic departure in the pea soup of Gatwick. It's been a long time since I last flew along. Think it was Toncontin. My god, that was a long time ago. Boy, that sounds like a nightmare. Paula Jacob says, since I plan on flying mostly Airbus aircraft, I've ordered a TCA Airbus pack from Thrustmaster. Is there a particular reason for that, or do you just like Airbus? Because when PMDG first released the 737, I don't know if you guys will remember, those of you who watched back then, there's an oil rig. I wonder if I can see it better outside. At the time I said, oh, I like Airbus, it's much easier, I don't like a 737, but now there's so much for a flight simmer to enjoy in these aircraft that it does really make it a rewarding experience, and I prefer flying this over anything else. Blown up, have a look on the SID, there should be, it should say transition altitude on the charts, as Alec has just pointed out as well. Oh, there's the oil rig. If we zoom in. Peekaboo, there it is. Look at that. I'll try and capture it because we're still flying along. Look at that, that's cool. Even got the crane rotating. That's pretty neat. And off in the distance, in fact, if we look beyond the wing, there's another one. And there's a couple of ships off in the distance too. Yeah, no problem, Jacob. I guess that is the one thing, isn't it? You've got the simplicity of the Airbus family and the architecture. Christopher makes a good point. If you've got a yoke, if you've got a stick instead of a yoke, you've got a little bit more flexibility when it comes to flying helos and everything else. Yeah, helos with a yoke really don't mix. I struggle to fly helicopters with my yoke. Usually it ends up in a crash. Rich is about to be overtaken by Ian. Yeah, honestly, I'm quite surprised we were able to see the oil rigs in that much detail by zooming in on the objects from 37,000 feet. That's quite impressive. David agrees as well. He says he flies the PMDG about 80 to 90% of my flights. I'm hooked on it, yeah. You tend to kind of get sucked into that PMDG experience and you don't really look back. Dan, absolutely. There's another oil rig. Quick, screenshot. Definitely going to tag Aerosoft in that and be like, oh, hey there. There's another one. How smart is that? We can see quite a few. Look, there's one down there, there's one here. You can kind of just see them dotted around, which gives you things to look for. You can kind of hunt them off, tick them off as you're flying along. It's such a vast area that they've covered as well in the product that up to kind of the Danish coast we're going to be seeing various different bits. I'll put the screenshots onto Volanta as well, as always. Just uploading that now. And we're almost into Danish radar, 121375. Venus. Christopher says, if only PMDG could learn how to develop an EFB and not ban forum users for not doxing themselves. Yeah, I still don't understand why PMDG require people to have their full names and things on there. It's very 90s in that essence, but I guess it's one of those things. They'll never change it. I get the feeling they'll never take that rule out of their forum. But I guess in a way it's so people can't hide behind usernames as well, which is a bit of an internet problem, isn't it? Lola's loving the split scimitar wings. They look fab, don't they? Ryanair, of course, are going to be retrofitting the split scimitars to their 737s over the next few years. Ollie Heads, well, we had some decent wing flex on departure out of Gatwick, actually, to be fair, and I almost threw the question in, you know, have they changed it? Have they updated it? But it's a much more rigid wing in comparison to the A320, don't forget. Pi says, I love the 737 now because of the PMDG. Folks, I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I am, if I'm honest. It's a lovely aircraft, yeah. It's really cool. Flight time, Crasser, a couple of hours. I think it's about 3 hours 30 block time, gate to gate. It's about 3 hours airborne. You know what, Ollie, I'm not sure if they have, but we noticed there was a little bit of wing flex through the clouds, through that bit of pea soup as we departed Gatwick, and it actually looked like fairly decent wing flex. It didn't look stuttery like we've seen before. Or laggy, I guess. Aerodynamic simulations is another way to describe it. Super long contrast today, Fritz, absolutely. Mark says, in real life, it's amazing what you can see from cruise altitude. I remember seeing wind turbines, being able to see the blades turning, and a white van travelling along a deserted road. That's pretty cool. I'm hoping we do see the wind turbines, the various wind farms dotted around the North Sea, as we make our way up towards the Danish sort of coast, but I don't think I remember seeing any on the maps this side. We did a departure out of somewhere, was it Doncaster, Sheffield, a few months ago, and we were about 20,000 feet, and we flew over a wind farm and we could see the blades rotating, which is really cool. Makes it look very realistic. And then to think it's inside a flight sim, not real life or anything, just remarkably impressive. Finn, yeah, Fenix A320 doesn't have a weather radar, I don't think. Or does it? Matthew's been bouncing around Canada in the Fenix A320. I think it's fun just being able to fly whatever you want. We have such an abundance of complete aircraft to choose from. Bang on there. There is so much to choose from now. All of a very good quality. From the A321X all the way through to the Fenix A320, the Aerosoft CRJ, the Just Flight 146, the PMDG 737NG line. The Mad Dog as well, that Leonardo Mad Dog. Very expensive though, a lot of issues with sounds and textures that I'm still not happy with, but Lee, very nice, yeah. It's a plug-in which the controllers use. It'll automatically allocate stands, but if you can then find out what it is, that's pretty cool. Lola, do you know the elevation for Reyes? No idea, but I'll have a look. There you go, bottom left of the screen, 233 feet. Pretty nifty, right? Yeah, an update as well for the Mad Dog on the 23rd. I don't think it's going to offer a whole host of updates and improvements that people want. Certainly sounds and textures haven't been improved in the update, but those of you who saw the video I did that first look, I point blank, as I mentioned in that video, just asked Leonardo Software House, what's the situation with the textures and the sounds, and are you improving them? And they said yes, we will be in the future. Peter, welcome. Approaching Danish airspace. Or Copenhagen control as it is. Copenhagen control, good afternoon. Tomjet 5 November Juliet, flight level 370 inbound Lager.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, Copenhagen control, hello, squawk 0555.
Squawk 0555, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. That's weird because I am.
1970 located to the left on Bravo, looking for Foxtrot 4, please.
0555.
27 Zulu Romeo, Roger, taxi Foxtrot 4 via Bravo, Romeo and Whiskey.
Give it a little wiggle.
Bravo, Romeo, Whiskey, Foxtrot 4 to cross runway 1220, Ryanair 270 Romeo, thank you.
Oscar Alpha Mike, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff, wind 210 degrees 6 knots. Clear for takeoff, 22 right, Oscar Alpha Mike.
Cannon Maven 46, ready for push take.
Come on, Valanta, allow me to upload the one screenshot I'm trying to upload.
Scandinavia 456, pushing start approved, QNH 1007.
Is that a good QNH 1007, Scandinavia 46.
Actually, Tomjet 5 November Juliet, was that your original score code?
A-firm 5 November Juliet.
Okay, 5 November Juliet identified.
Brits finally got my computer working again. Failing motherboard gave me random restarts all over the place. Weird. Those two, yeah. I think I've got Shannon actually. Have I got Shannon? No, I haven't purchased Shannon actually. MK Studios, right? I tend to avoid Ireland because their MK Studios Dublin gives me continuous crash to desktops.
260 knots, Scandinavian 326.
Roger.
That's interesting. Christopher, they're saying, too bad that all the blades are completely synced though. It looks really bad at Palm Springs where there are thousands of wind turbines and they're all completely synced. But then Automator saying, on flightsim.to, Mamu has a mod to enhance the wind turbines and remove the synchronization. Oh, please share the link to that in the MSFS add-ons chat in our Discord server. That would be really worthwhile looking at, wouldn't it? It would be nice to look down on a wind farm and see all of the blades rotating at different rates. I think that would blow our minds. Just doing a little bit of a scan here for North Sea stuff. Looking for them rig guys. Where's the... Have I really not got a... Alright, let's just go through the wall.
Oscar for Mike identified 3800, climb flight level 19 0.
No, that's just chop.
19 0 in the off Mike.
Bit like oil rig down there. So I would expect some near to the coast of Denmark. But Aerosoft have got a big old big old map. It's part of the product documents that show you where everything is. It's such a vast area that's covered, of course. McLaren, oh no, McLaren Steve's just had a crash to desktop at MK Studios Dublin, just as we mentioned it ourselves. Samuel, no return flights, sadly. Olliehead says, how do you know when to switch to different controls if you're on Unicom? I use VATMAP, it will show I'm in someone's airspace, so I contact them, then they say switch to Unicom because I'm not in their CTR. Usually, for me, if you use VATMAP, that's fine, but I haven't used that myself, I use Valanta. So you can see the segments of airspace. In fact, Amsterdam radar's just gone offline. We've got full ATC through Denmark and then Polaris control here over Oslo. And then a little gap over Sweden before we head into Finland. So as we get towards Mitzi, this controller will tell us to change to Polaris control 118.875 unless they go offline. If they're going to be offline, they will then say no further ATC, change to Unicom 122.8, and then you just change across.
Taking the call time.
Hey Fritz! Oh my god, another whoppers 10 more channel members joining us today. Thanks to Fritz, very generous of you. Thank you very much, buddy. Blown Up, Lazarus, welcome back. Akari, Real Time Tech, Andy, Life Begins at 40, Truck, Christian, Stu, Adam, welcome guys, Ben. 10 more channel members joining us for the month. Welcome to you guys, hope you enjoy the month ahead with your membership, courtesy of Fritz. Really appreciate that, it's very generous of you. Welcome to all our new members for the month. You, if you're on Discord, if you're in our Discord server, folks, those of you who have just gone green, then link your YouTube user account into your Discord settings, and that will get you into our club lounge, our members only section inside our Discord server. Yeah, I mean that's one thing that's worth noticing there as well. Ashley saying Valanta isn't perfect on showing VATSIM sectors. You see it in Langen radar and stuff as well, don't you? Or Eurocontrol, it will show, as Japan there, saying it will show the whole of the Japan FIR, but they'll only control around Tokyo. So it's a bit tricky sometimes. Even if you're not sure, just contact them, or don't contact them, and they will send you a ping. They will send you a message on vPilot saying contact me on, and then they'll give you their frequency. Nice little tailwind pushing us along. The little ship off the nose there, which usually means there's a few other bits around it. They don't tend to just plonk. There's an oil tanker. Ah, Stuart. Sorry. You know, YouTube emailed me the other day and said you can gift people memberships on your channel, but then when I went to do it yesterday, it wouldn't actually let me, which is frustrating. Blown up nice. How did you find it?
Control, Scandinavia 501.
Scandinavia 501, Copenhagen control identified level 2.
A lot of layering in the clouds there, a couple of different levels there.
Zero and clear direct Toronto, Tango, November, Oscar.
Can't see very much. Ooh, that's very busy. Look at that. A couple of different things there. Don't know if I can get round it quick enough. Oh yeah, there's lots.
Look
at that. Down below the contrails there, big old oil rig.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Scandinavia 501?
Scandinavia 501 is identified level 3.
There's a lot here.
You are clear to direct to Tango, November, Oscar.
But 306 is direct Tango, November, Oscar.
Grab that in a little screenshot.
Oscar Alpha Mike, climb flight level 437. 437
they're big sort of beacons with green lights. I bet that looks fantastic at night time. Especially the fact you can see them from this altitude is remarkable. I'd never noticed that before. Honestly, I'm blown away. I kind of was a little bit doubtful when Aerosoft were saying that they were going to do a North Sea pack. And I thought, that's great, but I don't ever really fly that low across the North Sea. But if they, you know, what Aerosoft have been able to achieve with this product is mind-blowing. Very cool indeed, Mark. And what it does, I mean, the North Sea is just vast nothingness, isn't it? Unless you have all of its characteristic oil rigs, wind farms and everything else in the middle, all the shipping lanes, things like that. So being able to look down and spot things that are happening below just gives you that little bit more of a realistic feel. Ashley says recommends VAT glasses for UK, Germany, Norway, Hong Kong and South African flights. It perfectly shows the sectors covered by a controller. If you link your VATSIM ID, it will show you the correct controller for your flight level. That's pretty cool. Since you're in Norway now, you should show VAT glasses. I've never heard of it. Let me Google it. Okay, now I've put in my CID. I hope this works. Let me check. No. There we go. That's VAT glasses. That's what Ashley's on about. So I put in my CID at the top here, and it's actually then highlighted me in yellow here. And then, oh, is that our line of people flying along? That's mega. Christmas 25 hotel, good grief. Runway selection, couple of airports there. Online ATC. Don't see where it's. Can't see the bit about Copenhagen control though.
Eurowings 9212, monitor Unicom 122 days on late, bye-bye.
Unicom on 122 days late, thank you, bye-bye, Eurowings 9212.
Copenhagen control, lot 8.
At the very top of the website you can change the FIR.
Level 370. Lot 804, Copenhagen control, hello, identified. Clear to direct mid-sea.
Oh, sorry, yes, that's because I shrunk the page, so it didn't actually display it properly.
Copenhagen Control, good afternoon. Tomjet 247, sorry, correction, KLM 2472 is inbound.
So we're approaching Norway. So by zooming in, we can see that's our location. We're flying towards Polaris Control, and if we click it, it's then showing 118875, which is relevant to where we're going to tune to. There we go, Polaris Control 118875. That's a really useful website actually, Ashley, thank you. Very cool. Great shout, Delta Tango. Are you doing the other Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County giveaway today, or did the lucky winner claim it in time?
Nordic 39 and radio check.
He didn't claim it in time, but thank you for reminding me. Give me 5 minutes to set one up.
Nordic 39 Copenhagen, readability 5.
Scandinavia release, request takeoff clear.
Scandinavia 456, 102 to right, cleared for takeoff, wind 210 degrees, 6 knots.
Rovan IE. Right, it's going to be one simple question. Same rules apply as all of our giveaways. You've got to be a subscriber. The terms and conditions for the giveaway the other day are in place for today as well. So the terms and conditions are the same, basically, same rules, just a different date. We're doing the re-roll that's mentioned in the terms and conditions. Boom, there's the question. What city... oh my god, not what city. Which country is Rovaniemi in? What city? There you go, I'll pin it at the top. And we'll roll the winner at the end. As always with this, YouTube doesn't link to this giveaway in any way, shape or form. By entering, you accept the terms and conditions from the other days, live stream as well, and free to enter giveaway. I'm trying to remember the legal stuff. It's a free to enter giveaway. And by entering, you agree to adhere to the YouTube terms of service and community guidelines at all times.
Scandinavia 456, identified 2,500 feet, climb flight level 190.
Identified flight level 190, Scandinavia 456.
The wing style 214, monitor intercom, 1 to 2 days simulate, enjoy your flight, bye-bye. 20 to 8, your wings, and 214, thank you, bye-bye.
Copenhagen Control, 3532 is direct lager, flight level 370.
And anything you do say may be good in evidence.
Osprey 532, Copenhagen Control, hello, identified.
Yes.
Scandinavian 501, descend flight level 290.
What was the product you can win? It's the INI builds, Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's one left. The one copy left to give away, which wasn't claimed by the winner the other day. So we're re-rolling it. It's how you would spell it in English. I've opened a can of worms with that then. I don't know if there's multiple ways to spell it, but yeah, in English. Doc's now rendered ineligible for the giveaway for being cheeky. Jasri, hello to you, good morning.
And Copenhagen Control, good afternoon. Osprey 2.
Saying when you were pushing back in the fly-by-wire A320 yesterday, the fault we had wasn't with GSX, it was fly-by-wire. When pushing back in the A320, you must turn the electric hydraulics on. Were they not already on, though?
Hello, identified.
Hi, Sim Pilot, welcome. Hope you're okay. Good question. This one. The PMDG 737-800 at the moment. Nice, solid favourite. Old faithful, as I like to call it. You get in it, you know you're going to have a great time. You've got to fly it carefully.
Copenhagen Control, a very good afternoon. Airbus, Papa Tango Tango Foxtrot is passing. Flight level 188-4340.
Papa Tango Tango Foxtrot, Copenhagen Control, hello, squawk 7503.
7503, Papa Tango Tango Foxtrot.
My goodness, that sounds like real life, that guy. Big Daddy, welcome. That actually sounded like a real pilot. He probably was. Sounds like an Airbus test flight going out on VATSIM.
Papa Foxtrot identified, level 196, climb
pretty
flight
cool.
Level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Papa Foxtrot.
They're off by default. Maybe that's something I'd missed then. Interesting. Thanks for pointing that out.
Oscar Alpha Mike leaving Danish airspace, 1 Unicom, 122 days from late, goodbye.
You says, is it best to learn the Airbus,
122.8,
then transition to Boeing, or learn Boeing straight away? Entirely up to you. Depends what you want to get out of your own flight sim experience. For me, if you want to get into airliners, Airbus is a good way to start because it's so simple in comparison. There's a lot less to do, it's a lot less demanding to try and get your head around its systems. And in flight, autopilot on, throttle climb gate, leave it alone, and it flies itself pretty much. The Boeing, however, doesn't. So it depends whether or not you want to do. Depends if you want to do online flying as quick as possible, basically, because if you do, you've got to spend a lot of time offline learning this aeroplane, its quirks, how to operate the FMS, how to fly holds, how to switch between the LNAV systems and heading select mode, for example, to then self-vector, or vector yourself if given instruction by ATC, all that sort of thing.
First at Tom Jet 5 November Juliet, contact Polaris Control, frequency 118.875, goodbye.
Contact Polaris Control 118.875 for Tom Jet 5 November Juliet. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And EC58 Juliet Delta, Copenhagen Control, hello, identified. If you could just check the quality of your microphone.
Scandinavian 2271 requesting descent.
Scandinavian 2271, descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, Scandinavian 227.
Polaris Control, good afternoon, Tom Jet 5 November Juliet, flight level 370, overhead mid-sea.
Tom Jet 5 November Juliet, Polaris identified.
That tailwind is going to become more favourable now as we're turning into it. We've got a bit of TCAS there. He's going the other way, so he's going to be... There he is. Look at that for a contrail. Zip zip, that's awesome. Passing across the skyline there, which means on that basis, there we go, there's the back of his contrail. We're almost kind of crossing over the airway that he's just been using. That's the new FSLTL contrails that go on for ages. That's really cool. $50 knot tailwind. Lovely jubbly.
Scandinavian 449er, airborne passing 2,200 feet.
Scandinavian 449er, Polaris identified. Climb flight level 350, once passing 3,000 feet, left direct to orbit.
There's a really good freeware A330 by Headwind. It's on flightsim.to. Uses fly-by-wires systems and things like that. It's really smart and it looks great.
7471 997 hectopascals, push inside approve.
Well, the contrails are still going off into the distance there. Get those screenshots put onto Volanta along our way. 3 more screenshots to add in. Got another one of the whatchamacallit, the oil rigs down below, going on to Volanta.
Scandinavia 683 requesting a taxi to wind 1 on left.
Event 683 Juliet Sierra holding point runway 19 left.
Juliet and Sierra holding point 19 left, Scandinavia 663.
Thinking about it still. It does take a while, it seems, to get my screenshots onto Volanta these days, but they have gone up to 2K quality. But in Volanta Premium, they say you can upload up to 4K, but it seems to really struggle with anything above 1080p.
LM84 Lima clearance Schiphol, 1 on the left, VPA 1 Charlie departure, same altitude 7,000 feet, squawk 5.
While we're waiting for this, if we go to Volanta again, there we go. There we go, so that's updated now. There's that screenshot I took earlier. Lovely, little oil rig in the background. If we zoom into Rovaniemi, there's Tower online. It's a hot airport apparently. Got a little star next to it because we've got Payware scenery. If we click T, it loads up the box here. Click online ATC and we can then read, by clicking the ATIS line, we can read the ATIS. RMP approach expected, runway 03 in use, transition level 70.
Osprey 5563.
QNH 994, very low pressure.
1, climb level 370, inbound nominate.
And a bit of a crosswind for touchdown too.
Osprey 5563, set squawk 6030.
So it looks like we're still on track for what we've planned for, basically, which is really good. Where are we? We're not even halfway. Almost halfway. Oh, Dusty, lovely. Did you find out what that person was eating? The commentator's hunting down a Delta 767 on his nat track. Which nat track are you on? Martin, how long until arrival? Probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Good afternoon, Tom Jet 8 Juliet Bravo, level 352 inbound, thanks over.
Oh,
Tom Jet 7 Juliet Bravo.
Jack, sorry to hear that. Been a victim of Captain Sim's crappy products.
350, the wind left here, Tom Jet 7 Juliet Bravo.
Is this when people say F in chat over on Twitch? Mad.
370. Right direct to Roget.
Climb flight level 370 and direct to Roget for Osprey 5563.
Scandinavia 7471 ready for taxi.
In the event 7471, next time we're pushing straight in Oslo, taxi via Golf, Delta, Victor, Sierra, holding point runway 19 left.
Let's see if we can find commentator then. So he's got a Delta on that track, Charlie. Which is that nat track. Ah, there's a green. There he is. Got you, Aiden. Delta 23, you've chased him down. It looks like you're overtaking him now. Virgin 11 Bravo. And there's your screenshot. Found ya. There's the guy's contrails. Hopefully you've got a couple more screenshots like that as well.
Lars Control.
Give you a little like.
Lot 804 with you at flight level 370. Lot 804 Polaris, hello, identified. You able, flight level 390. Unable for flight level 390. Sure.
Maltese, yeah, real time.
683, holding short 1 left.
683, 1 on the left, clear for takeoff. The surface wind 220 degrees for knots.
I'm very impressed with Volanta. I do like using it. Nice, easy to use, crisp and clean.
Left, clear takeoff. The surface wind 220 degrees for knots.
Look at that colour. That's incredible.
Takeoff 19 left, Scandinavia 683.
Good afternoon, Oslo Control, ICS 204, flight level 370, hello.
204 Polaris, identified, you're able to level 390.
Just a moment. Negative sir, max is 388 for ICE 204.
Lolo is flying to Gran Canaria in February. Very nice, with TUI as well from Birmingham. Really looking forward to it. Never been to Gran Canaria before. I'm sure you're going to really like it. The weather's going to be fantastic down in the Canaries in February compared to the UK.
1069, ready for push and start.
Always nice to have a holiday to look forward to.
Neben 1471, push approved, QNH 997 hectopascals.
Push and start approved, QNH.
Yeah, of course, our new overlay is thanks to Volanta. We've been waiting for it for a long time.
Yes, please.
And because we've got Volanta Premium, I've been able to change and tweak the colours of the overlay, so we can basically create your own colour scheme for it, which is really neat. I fed back to them, it'd be really nice to be able to put your logo, so like we did on our last overlay, I had the British AvGeek logo at the very top of the overlay. I said it'd be quite nice if we could do that with the Volanta overlay, so it's being fed into an update in the new year. They're going to see if they can make that work, which is cool. Jerry, so I'm working from tomorrow all the way through to the 26th. I think I'm going to be streaming on the 27th and the 29th. Might be streaming on the 28th. I'll see what happens. But this is the last live stream this side of Christmas because I'm back to work. Malteser flew Kuwait to Dubai today in the A310. The arrival was really beautiful. Next week I'll fly to Dubai in real life. Awesome. Which airline? Emirates A380 or are you flying BA or something like that? Commentator, yes. 777 BA off to Mauritius end of September. Much needed holiday. Going for 16 days. You know what? Blown Up saying, what do we all predict for the price of the PMDG 737-900? I really don't know, to be honest. Really don't know. It's very quirky in itself. In long, lanky. I'd imagine they've put a lot of coding effort into it as well to make sure that it flies as realistically as possible. So, I don't know. Maybe along the lines of the 737-800, perhaps.
Control, good afternoon.
Commentator, yeah, I've used a load of Avios to get us in business class on the way out as well, which is I'm looking forward to that. Flying Club World on the way out, Premium Economy on the way back. Skyworker, hello. Really enjoying the new Volanta updates. Great to hear. Andrew B, good morning. Minus 44 degrees Celsius in one part of British Columbia today. Wow. And that's not the coldest province. Big difference to that -6 on Vancouver Island. That's a huge difference. Jack says, wish Volanta had a message feature down here in New Zealand. I struggle to find anyone to fly with. I want flying friends. Oh. Did you fly on VATSIM, Jack?
Scandinavian 7471, line up and wait, 19 left.
Ooh, look at that.
Line up and wait, 19 left, Scandinavian 7471.
the icy lands of...
Neben 2271 via Kilo Sierra 852, cleared ILS approach runway 15, report established.
Norway down below. In fact, just over underneath the cloud in the distance we'll have Stavanger. We've just passed over Kristiansand Airport, which might be able to... Where are we? We're on that side, aren't we? So we might be able to spot if we...
7471, keep rolling, 19 left. The surface
can't go through the wall.
4 knots, clear for takeoff.
Oh well. Kristiansand's kind of down here somewhere.
Dean Star, 43 Romeo Papa, Unicorn 122.8 so long.
Kilo M84 Lima, request taxi.
Start prepping the screens for nighttime ops.
Lemma 84, taxi via Juliet Sierra, holding point runway 19 left.
Sierra, holding point to 19 left, KLM 84 Lima.
That'll be that one. Bring those brightness of the screens down. Yeah, I can't imagine temperatures that low. Have I flown to Gran Canaria before? When I was at BA, I've done it a couple of times, and TUI when I worked at TUI for a little while. But nothing. Yeah, nothing like that before. Sweden Controls online. We've got full ATC on the way in, by the looks of it, all the way. Very exciting. Scandinavia, by the way, on VATSIM is one of the best regions in the world to go and fly around and go and explore. It's beautiful. And if you're flying into the sunset, you get this.
Mission calling unreadable.
Just spectacular.
Climb for level 370, contact Copenhagen.
And then down below you get the most spectacular view as well. If you just zoom out slightly, look at that. Really cool.
Nordic 8266, Unicom 150.8. Unicom 150.8, Nordic 866. And 7471, reported passing altitude.
No, passing 2,900 feet, destination 7471.
7471, sorry, Polaris identified, climb to level 340, passing 3,000 feet, direct to Lindby.
Climbing flight level 340 and direct to Lindby, Scandinavia 7471.
7471, negative, direct to Lindby.
Jack, not particularly, to be fair.
India.
Lindby, okay, Scandinavia 7471.
We've got a few folks in our community here on the channel that are based in Australia and New Zealand, so you could always tee up in our Discord server and see if people are going to fly around the same time as you. And Jeff, very nice. Been to Stavanger a couple of times in real life, a lovely place. I've never visited anywhere in Scandinavia for night stops, actually getting feet beyond the jetty.
Sweden control, 18.3.
Lovely part of the world. I do really want to visit. But then I'd like to visit Iceland as well, but I don't want to pay £10 for a beer in Iceland.
Station for taxi.
It says Sweden Control sounds a little under the weather today.
It was blocked by Scandinavian 1471, ready for taxi.
Neben 1471, Romeo Victor Sierra, holding point runway 19 left.
Holding point runway 19 left, Romeo Victor Sierra.
It's going to be going dark soon.
Thank you.
And then we'll be nighttime all the rest of the way. Landing on a snow-covered runway as well.
Osprey 2306, Polaris identified.
Flash control, Osprey 532, direct on T, flight level 370.
We have indeed, Zato. Exciting.
Osprey 532, Polaris identified.
1 hour, good day. Lima Oscar Golf Alpha Newton requesting VFR clearance with circuits at current airport.
LM 84 Lima, clear for takeoff runway 1 on the left, the surface wind 180 degrees at 7 knots, direction 220 degrees at 4 knots.
LM 84 Lima, clear for takeoff 1 on the left, thank you.
Lima November Hotel Oscar Golf, the closest airport to you is 42.998, the surface wind 180 at 7, runway of your choice, no traffic report.
Yeah, David, I suppose in a way you could argue that the amount you fly, so for example this, the amount you fly the 737-800, like me, I fly it a lot. If you're paying, say, 50-60 quid for the product, you're actually getting really good value out of it, I suppose. That's the argument. You're getting a very nice, complex system, very good, carefully crafted simulation. Andrew, nice. Bucket list place, worth saving up for and going for a week. Lived there for 3 months 10 years ago. Wow. Did you do ice swimming, cold water swimming then, Andrew? That's the question. Surely not. Surely it was too cold.
LM 84 Lima passing 1,500.
LM 84 Lima, Polaris identified, climb flight level
Andy flew into Rovaniemi the other day and the ATC controller sounded like he was reading rally pace notes for Tommy Mackinnon.
Flight 380 and direct lead.
Yeah, the fly pad or the EFB is going to come soon, Mark, so I'm confident it will come when it's ready. You can change the brightness of the clock. I think it's this button.
Control, good afternoon. 134 November, what's your flight level 390?
Maybe not.
Seabird 134 November, Polaris identified.
I wonder if it's panel lights. No. I'm not sure.
Scandinavia 449er, Unicom 122.8.
Andrew, I just use... I'm not sure actually. I've used it for quite a while. I forget which one I've used. Oh, look at the colours of the sky. VATSIM, hello to... Well, actual VATSIM. There's actual VATSIM. I heard this man makes really good videos. Think we should hire him to make videos for VATSIM? I don't know, what do you guys think? Matthew says, I think the 737-700 is my sweet spot for the PMDG product lineup. I quite like the 700, not too big, not too small. Less chance of tail strikes as well. I have the 600 and the 800. I might bypass the 900 and wait for the 777. Not a bad option, Matthew, to be fair. The 777, when that comes, is going to be mega. It's going to take a lot to learn, though.
Climb 5,000 feet, squawk 3414.
Clear the awareness, Volbit 2 Alpha, departure, initial drawing 5,000 feet, squawk 3414.
Andrew, no worries, buddy, have a good one. Oh, you know what? Is it one of these? No, that's the map light. I forget that's the thing as well. That's a nice little feature. Yeah, the two map lights down there, I don't use them often enough.
Station private cockpit approved.
Yeah, David's saying there about the EFB from PMDG. They'll only release it when it's ready, and it will be free in an update. For me, I'm not sure how much I would use it. Obviously, for takeoff performance calculations and things, if it's here, really useful. Same for approach. But I guess it depends on what features are inside the EFB when it comes as well.
Osprey 5563, contact Sweden control, Rovaniemi decimal 3.
Jeff's got all the 737s I want. He's got the 800 for the more common flights and the baby Boeing, the 737-600.
Control, hold.
Waiting for that EFB and the 777, he says.
Level 350 inbound.
David, have a good one. Enjoy the Christmas period, buddy.
I hope you're gonna be very nice,
and I'll see you the other side of the festivities.
blood is identified. Scandinavia 147, runway 1 on the left, clear for takeoff, the surface wind 220
So if we look at, we'll use Volanta again because I've got it up. If we go to, we'll find our location first. My goodness, there we go. It's in that weather cell there, just where the cursor is. So we've got another few miles. We're going to pass over Oslo, Gardermoen, and then at Suva, as a waypoint, we're going to be handed over out of Polaris control into Swedish airspace. So because of that, what we can do is we can pre-tune the next frequency ready. We've got ENOS control, which is Polaris. That's who we're speaking to at the moment on 118.875. We've got Sweden radar. I have to double check what they're actually called. Let me just double check. Yes, Sweden control. Sweden control is on 118.4. So we're going to pre-tune that in the standby box for our COM1 radio frequency now. So when we get told to change over around about Suva, we can just press the transfer button across and job done. 1184. Done. So we just press the little arrow button across there. Always think one step ahead of both the plane, the aeroplane, and what the controller is going to try and get you to do next. And then you can chill out and enjoy the views for a little bit longer. Unless you're in an aeroplane where you're recreating a scene from Airplane and you're wiping sweat from your brow.
Passing 3,000 feet.
Green, they're the channel members, VATSIM. All of our bronze, silver and gold frequent flyers of the channel. Rovaniemi is a great destination this time of year. Completely agree with you there, VATSIM.
Roger, climb level 37, direction 270.
Climb level 270, Scandinavia 1471. Thank you.
Actually, I'd like to think that would be a key feature for sure. I love the visuals of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Desi 2 is flying max speed and I still feel like I'm being caught by traffic behind. Let's have a look at them space-ins. So we're there. Who have we got next? Universe 804, Lot 804, followed by Ian, Turbo Stig, KLM 2472, 2472. Then we've got Baccasato, Osprey 2306, Osprey 532, and Speedbird 11. He's off to Catilla actually, Speedbird 11. They're all bunched up really closely together, them three. Speedbird 134 November, off to Rovaniemi as well. And who's that one? They're not flying on the VATSIM network. Peter, flying Nordic. And Delta Tango right at the back, A320neo, he's flying offline from memory of what we said at the start of the stream. Says it was too early for VATSIM where he is in the he hasn't had his morning coffee. Fritz saying, hey Luke, I think I'm going to pull the trigger on the platform your bum is on. The Next Level Racing Boeing seat, right? Mega. Brandon, that's you, epic.
Polaris Control, Viking 221, radio check.
5.
Oh yeah, Hergy, you're still banned from VATSIM, aren't you? For mucking around with fake names. I did warn you. I did warn you guys. Matthew's here for the Gin and Osprey Airways promotion. I wonder what that would consist of. Look at that. My goodness. There's another screenshot. Look at the wings reflecting that light. Oh, epic. Topsu, hello. Microsoft Sunset Simulator indeed. It helps when you've got an aircraft that just makes it right. Oop, through the contrails. In fact, it's actually blurring. Oh my god. I thought we were going to crash to desktop then. It was actually shaking the camera. I'm not doing that in the contrails again. I was almost going to sell you my secrets once I had to go and change my pants if we crashed to desktop. It'd be a very cheap next level racing seat. Oh no. Oh. Go back into the tranquility of the aircraft for a little bit. I did have a mild panic then. I thought that was it. 2 hours. 2 hours thrown away because I'm sitting in the contrails with a camera. Ah well, wing views are always good. And because we've already pre-tuned the next frequency we know, we don't need to worry about sitting in the flight deck tuning when we get handed over. We just flick back to the cockpit view, press the transfer button, and it will switch it across. Easy peasy. If you're new to the channel, it's great to have you here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to give us a like throughout our flight today as well.
Jet 7 Juliet Bravo, contact Sweden control, 118.4.
184, top jet 7 Juliet Bravo, bye-bye.
Lots of screenshots today. Jetbass can be deadly. Interesting that the sim actually freaked out a little bit there as well. We've almost got Hergy1234 in the live chat. In fact, there's his scenery, Oslo Gardermoen. Incredible freeware scenery on flightsim.to by Hergy1234 in the chat. We're flying overhead Oslo now. There it is. Great to see it lit up like that as well. Ooh. Still, it must be lights on. Oh, just loading in. It's a great bit of freeware scenery, that.
Viking 221, requesting report to Landvetter Göteborg.
Viking 221, cleared Landvetter, runway 19 left, Oxford 2 Charlie, climb altitude 7,000 feet, squawk 5754.
Suvar in 80 miles, that's our handover to Sweden control.
Clear to Landvetter is filed, 19 left.
And then we can think about confirming that approach in what we've planned for at the moment. If we go back to Navigraph.
544, Viking 221.
Viking 221, read back correct.
There's our location.
1471, contact Sweden 118.4.
So making good progress.
118.4, Scandinavia 1471.
I'm going to pretend the latter actually because that sounds cooler. We're going to be doing the Nemgu 2 Delta arrival. From Nemgu at or above flight level 100. And that is from the Rovaniemi VOR. 30.3 miles outbound from that on a 232 radial. That's what that little bit there means. That's useful if we were tracking VORs and things. We're going to do Nemgo at or above flight level 100. Still working through the descent down to the initial approach fix at Ropov. At or above 2,500 feet there. So we're going to be through transition. Through the transition level there, we're going to be on local pressure to Rovaniemi. And then from there we are expecting... Oh, I've still got Reyes up here. There we go, let's get rid of that. RNAV 03. From Ropov. So that's going to draw the line from Nemgu to Ropov and then straight in.
And speed
like so. And we know at Ropov we need to be at 2,500 feet.
Hotel Oscar Golf, you ready?
And we've got the airport elevation of 643 feet at the top of the charts on the right hand side, so we need to make sure The pressurization panel is set for descent, so the aeroplane knows what to depressurize to. And really important, we make a note of this missed approach procedure. And we check the data in the FMS to make sure that shows. But that's what it's going to look like if we do declare a go around. We're going to fly runway heading to Rovaniemi, then turn northbound 352 degrees for 9 miles to Beckett, and then we're going to join a hold with a left-hand turn, outbound 205, inbound 025 degrees, until instructed otherwise by ATC. That's the descent cross-section, and you can see it's a glide path angle of 3 degrees. Lots of information on approach plates, always worth looking through them. And that 3 degrees, all this gump after it, if you're not sure, relates to the ground speed above it. So a 3 degree glide path angle at a ground speed of 120 knots is 637 feet per minute. That's all that means. And we are in an aircraft that is LNAV and VNAV capable. And we're a Category C aircraft, so our minimums are going to be 911 feet, or on the rad out 277 feet, which is the height above ground level. 911 is the barometric altitude, the pressure altitude. And then we got our minimums. So Category C, relevant to the approach we're doing, RVRs of 750 metres. And that's it, we'll just keep it simple.
Lot 1 Papa Radio 5.
In fact, what's the TAF? So we're going to look at the TAF, which is the Terminal Aerodrome Forecast, which is giving us 12 to 12, so over the next 24-hour period from 12 o'clock Zulu earlier on this afternoon, so noon UK time. Winds are 090 at 7, all the 9s, broken cloud at 600 feet above ground level. Temporarily, between midday today and midnight today, scattered cloud at 700 feet, overcast 1,800. Becoming from midnight to 2 AM, 5,000 metres visibility and light snow, broken cloud at 2,000, and then it goes into tomorrow. So the first bit of that TAF is relevant to us.
Station, sorry.
What I'll do is I'll copy and paste that into the live chat,
heavy on the ground, Oslo.
So you can read it.
Looks like it's spot 207 IFR to Houston Intercontinental, and I've got Charlie.
If we look at the METAR, put that in the live chat.
Clearance to destination. 19 left.
You can kind of see the similarities and the differences between the TAF, the forecast, and the METAR. So it's a little bit different on the wind, but it still favours runway 03 on the RNAV approach. We could just put it in now.
19 right, because of the
only one option for RNAV 03, so that's going to be it. And we want the MQ2 Delta,
sure, but then you won't get any de-icing,
which is that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to de-ice.
And as we mentioned, it's going to be via Ropov, so there we are. Setting those 3, hit execute, and we can go to the legs page. Telling us drag required after Ropov. We'll investigate why. It's probably because 23 nautical miles is quite steep to go from 10,000 to 2,500.
Correct.
All right, I'll give you a call. Thank you, sir.
See what it does. That looks pretty good. It's automatically got a hold there, so we might end up flying a hold, and then in the descent forecast tab we can work to put in the data there. We saw on that Volanta map earlier when we pressed the T, you can actually read the ATIS well in advance.
And report to have airport in sight.
Current information Delta, still 03, RNAV approach, RMP approach, transition level 70.
Lot 1 Papa clearance to Stockholm,
Unit 903.
9 left. climb
Invalid entry because I didn't put a slash in.
7,000 feet, squawk 0240.
Wrong bit, that's why. And we've got the PMDG wind data added in, the weather data added in, so I can just press weather request.
Initially 7,000 feet.
It's going to pull that data into the file. And eventually it's going to tell us to load. Blown up? I haven't yet, no.
Jet 5 November Juliet, going Sweden control 118.4.
Sweden control 118.4, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Merry Christmas.
You too.
There we go, bit of multitasking required. Happy with that. Sweden control, good afternoon. Tomjet 5 November Juliet, flight level 370, inbound Suva.
Good afternoon, Tomjet 5 November Juliet, Sweden identified.
Lovely. So we're with Sweden now. Mark, good afternoon, welcome. And we're now into complete darkness. Look at that. Got the sunrise behind us. Let's have a look at that. Oh, magical. We're not going to see much else now. We're going further north we go, the less sun they have in the winter, of course. The hours in the day contract. Into Sweden. Hey Erskling is the only thing I've ever been able to say in Swedish, which means hello darling. That's about it. I'd love to go to Sweden. Meant to be a spectacular country. Sunset, Fritz. Did I say sunrise? My goodness. Yeah, I did then. Yeah, a couple of you guys pointed that out. Whoops. Yeah, we could use map light.
Papa Whiskey, contact Bremen 123-225.
Which does move now, folks, as well. So one of the things with the PMDG, which I think is quite cool, let's fiddle around with the view a little bit. You can wiggle it around as you see fit. And you have a little disco.
Finnair 5 Delta Lima, are you up at flight level 360 or would you like to climb to flight level 380 as filed?
Yeah, we filed 30, but I will stay at 360 for some time.
It's the shortest day, Christopher says. Nice.
5 Delta Lima.
That one day of the year we no longer have to say winter is coming, but winter actually came.
Hello again, Scandinavian 2272.
How would you say sunset if the sun was never higher than the horizon? Oh, there's a... That's a deep philosophical question, Doc, that I don't know the answer to. What do you guys think? How would you say sunset if the sun was never higher than the horizon itself?
32 is available if you prefer. Visibility 3,700 meters.
Sun.
Clouds broken at 200 feet, overcast 400 feet.
I don't know. I feel like we could come up with something though and stick it on a mug.
995. And you are clear to Copenhagen via Lomla 1 kilo departure, initially flight level 90.
Mark pointing out that it's the shortest day today, Christopher says, but actually it's still 24 hours long. It's funny how we say the shortest day. Yeah, you make a good point. Because the length of the day is still the same, still 24 hours long. Yeah, no sunrise, so how can there be a sunset? Mind blown. Permanent twilight. Or then, but then, yeah, you can't have dawn without dusk, because if you're having dawn there'd be a dusk and vice versa. So permanent twilight, I suppose. So that's what we've got. We've just flown through twilight.
What's wrong with talking with me?
Oh, Christopher. We're going down that rabbit hole. If a day is always 24 hours long, how long is night? I don't... Yeah, good point.
Apologies for this message, directing Gago.
I feel like we're reinventing science today.
for ground at Costa request taxi information to Ebro.
Wind force 134, which apron are you parking on today?
Apron is okay for us.
It's time for another fuel check, isn't it? Oslav in 92 miles. We've just passed Suvar at 4.7 tonnes of fuel.
Wind force 134, taxi to apron 4 via backtrack and Bravo.
So looking on my SimBrief OFP, Suvar says we needed, it was an estimate of 4.6 tonnes of fuel at Suvar.
Actually, we're happy to accept the 3-2 departure today.
So we're just a bit more efficient.
2272, yeah, wind is 220 degrees at 6 knots, so runway 32 is approved. I'll have your re-clearance in a minute.
Thank you.
Is this airplane, is this the airplane equivalent of shower thoughts? It depends what thoughts you have in the shower. Should we see, before we digress too far, we'll have a look, see what else we can tune. There's that Rovaniemi VOR 1177, let's tune that. That would be helpful flying inbound. We could tune it into nav2 and then set the nav2 course to 232, and then when it reads 30.3 DME we know we're passing Nemgu, which is that little dashed grey line there. That's the outbound radial from the Rovaniemi VOR. That's about it. What we could do as well, proactively think about how we're going to vacate the runway. So we know the airfield terminal building that we're going to be parking at is on the right hand side of the runway when we touch down, so we know we're going to turn right and we're landing on 03. So we're going to touch down on 03. We're not going to make hotel, that's too close to the touchdown zone, which is going to be around about here where this sort of windsock is. We're going to smash past Bravo, we're going to smash past hotel. We might be able to make Charlie, but if the runway is contaminated, the likely is we're going to get to Delta and vacate at Delta. We're going to taxi Tango all the way in to the terminal building. So I'd imagine we'll plan for Delta, which will be probably auto brake 1 or 2 and reverse thrust. And if we're using something like VAS Airplane Toolbox to do our performance calculations, we can put in our planned landing weight of 57.7 tonnes. We can select our METARs and everything, and then engine bleeds are on, reverses on both, auto land no. Calculate that, and it's telling us flat 30. Scribbling this down on my piece of paper. Landing altitude 650 feet, 650 feet. And it's saying auto brake 1 will have us stopping at 849 metres short at the end. Auto brake 2 will have us stopping 1021 metres short of the end. So actually, we're going to vacate at Delta. Auto brake 1 might be the best bet. So AB1 plus reverse on my notepad, 849. And flat 30. So Delta Tango to exit, pretty much. Doc flew Ivalo to Helsinki to Kittilä the other day. Thought it departed at sunrise in Ivalo, had a bright day in Helsinki and arrived at sunset in Kittilä, but no, actually the sun was never rise nor set. That's pretty cool. Commentator, nice. And the radio's come online for him. Flying Oceanic on Nat Track Charlie. First time he's had ACC on Nat Tracks, so need to look this up quick. Go and grab the document that I created a little while ago, commentator, if you remember. And that will help you with your position reports. Oh, yes, Doc, thank you. I had runway set to dry, don't I? I need to set contaminated and ice. Okay, auto brake 1's out of the question. I wonder if there's any difference between contaminated and ice. So contaminated ice says auto brake 3, full reverse will stop us at 867 metres. Contaminated has the same. So auto brake 3, good shout Doc, sorry I missed that yesterday as well, didn't I? Weird. That's going to have us stop at 867 metres short, so again, that'll have us vacate towards the end. Top of descent just coming into view on the map there. And we could just double check to make sure we've got no discontinuities as we get towards Nemgu. There we go. So Mismo onto Nemgu, which is the transition into the star, and then Ropov, which is the end of the star and the start of the Arnav approach. Happy days. We got our descent forecast in as well, and it's telling us top of descent forecast reckons that we're going to hit top of descent at 284 nautical miles from now.
Swedish control.
He's going the other way.
Anno 2 Charlie, arrival for Copenhagen.
Probably can't see him though.
Scandinavian 1471, affirmative, expect Arnold to Charlie.
Copy that, Scandinavian 1471.
Scandinavian 683, contact Copenhagen control 121.
Mark, that's airplane toolbox. I'll write it in the live chat. Search for that exact phrase on Google and it's the first hit. It's on the X-Plane forums, so you can download it for free. And it works for a lot of aircraft. Probably the only performance calculator you actually need. Interesting there, Christopher saying that for me, or for him rather, it's going the wrong way from now. It can't stand the 18 hours long daylight during the summers up here. Yeah, of course, it's long nighttime periods of darkness this time of the year, this region. But you flip it on its head in summer, you get the very long winters, the midnight sun and all that sort of stuff.
Scandinavian 2272 requesting engine start.
Scandinavian 2272, startup is approved, call me ready for taxi.
Start approved, we'll call for taxi.
As long as the reindeers don't jackknife the sleigh, we're all good, Doc. Has anyone tried offset tracks in the PMDG 737 recently, or does it still crash the WASM module of the aircraft? Philip, hello buddy, good evening to you. Not a lot of parking in Rovaniemi, glad I'm first in the line. Where are you? You've departed from somewhere else. There he is, Osprey 5563. Out of Bergen, very nice. And Boot DP TUI 153. The A320 Neo. He's off out of Oslo Gardermoen to Rovaniemi. I don't think he's on VATSIM though. That's what we had on TCAS. Tomjet 56 Hotel. He's going EFRO to Manchester. Is he on VATSIM? He's just showing on Balanta. No more screenshots, even though it keeps thinking there's 9 to add. Weird. We're making some good progress, aren't we? Actually, amazing. Offset tracks work fine, used them plenty recently in the 737. That's epic. Malteser, what is the giveaway? It's the rerun for the other day, where we gave away 2 copies of the Inibuilds Detroit County Airport Microsoft Flight Simulator, their latest scenery product. That is basically we drew 2 winners, one claimed, one didn't. So unfortunately, because he's missed the opportunity over 24 hours now, we've re-rolled the giveaway, so someone else can win it and enjoy it. 177.
Sweden Control, hello, Osprey 532 is direct to flight level 370.
232.
Hello, Osprey 532, Sweden, identified. Proceed direct Mismo.
Direct Mismo, Osprey 532.
Scandinavian Center, this is option 663 type MD80, flight level 230, turning right to lobby direct.
Hello, Austrian 663 Sweden, identified. Proceed direct LTOC.
Direct LTOC, Austrian 663.
Sweden Control, ho ho ho, Center 25 Hotel, flight level 350, inbound rocket.
Yeah, Maltese, we'll draw the win at the end.
Ho ho ho, identified.
89 Golf Mike with request.
Easy 91 Golf Mike, go ahead.
Meteor showers could actually be pretty cool, couldn't it, actually? And maybe Aurora Borealis. That would be quite nice to see as well if someone created a mod for that.
Approved, report when back.
Though I'm not sure if it'd be something I'd actually pay for.
Mach point 0.8 currently.
Tomjet 2783, roger. Reduce that to Mach decimal 77 or less for spacing.
7 or less for spacing, Tomjet 2783.
Viking 221.
Forget how far away Rovaniemi is.
Flight level 210. Climb flight level 270.
Hello, Viking 22 on Sweden, identified. Continue climb to flight level 270.
Continue climb to flight level 270, Viking 221.
Scandinavia 1471, approaching to about descent.
Scandinavia 1471, you're cleared inbound Copenhagen, Aeronov 2 Charlie, arrival, landing 22 left, descent to flight level 100.
Descent flight level 100, Scandinavia 1471.
Nordic 933, contact Polaris Control 118875, bye-bye.
Contact Norway Control 118885 Nordic 93. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Tomjet 56 Hotel, contact Polaris Control 118.875, bye-bye.
Let's recenter that heading bug.
Polaris 118.875. Sweden Control, good afternoon. Osprey 2306, flight level 330.
Hello, Osprey 2306, Sweden.
Brandon, ho ho ho, on the Santa Flight, Christmas 25 Hotel. How do you set VOR 2, Fritz says? Good question. In your nav down here, that's so you set your frequency and then you transfer it across so it's active. If you want to set a course, then that's your nav 2 course on the first officer's side here, and then over on the actual sort of MCP panel on the top you flick VOR 2 up like so. It goes active down here, and then when it's actually picking up, it will read with the course too. But also similarly, you can use the standby instrument too, so when it goes active and live and it's picking it up, it will track nav 2 is the thicker double arrow, nav 1 being the singular arrow. But of course as well, if you are tracking an NDB, you need to make sure you flick that across to the ADF section too, so standby instrument can also track the NDB.
Scandinavian 2272 requesting.
Depending on if it's nav 1 or nav 2.
Scandinavian 2272, taxi and line up, runway 33.
Good shout, Automator saying, reminding us that Puffin Flight has a freeware fireworks mod that goes off for the holidays. Malteser says, do airlines allow you to land with the dome light on at night? Probably not, no.
Can you confirm where
yeah, I can't imagine any time where you would. You need the depth of vision outside the aircraft more so than you do inside. So you need that night vision. So certainly even this light, that would go off because it's going to interfere with the rest. But look how bright the displays are in comparison to the ground outside. So again, you'd be turning all of these off where you need to, where possible, to get a really dark flight deck. Rab, hello. Just finished a flight from Heraklion to Cairo in the updated citation longitude with a working title mod. Nice. It says working title have done an amazing job on Rab's favourite flight sim aircraft. Yeah, that's a good shout actually as well, actually pointing out if you're flying through storms, some aircraft have got a storm switch up here, don't they? You click it and it turns all of the lights to maximum brightness. You want to take the intensity out of the lightning flashes. So you might have elements where you turn the lighting up to a bit of a middling point, or you might, and certain aircraft turn storm mode on. Yeah, it all depends on the aircraft and the environment and the situation. I reckon we set auto brake to 3. A bit early though, 160 miles left to go to be fair. Let's leave it off for now. Otherwise I'll forget my flow later on. Thank you to everybody who's hit the like button so far as well. 66 likes. Love it.
Scandinavia 2272, wind 220 degrees 6 knots.
Our next frequency is going to be at Mismo, Finland control 1213. But there's every chance.
Viking 221, requesting slow descent towards Landvetter.
Viking 221, clear inbound Landvetter, Kiel in 3 Sierra, arrival landing.
There's every chance actually, to be fair, that we might end up just being handed over to Rovaniemi approach. We've now got approach and tower online at Rovaniemi. If we look on Volanta, we can see we're in Swedish radar, sort of, or Sweden control here. We're halfway through Swedish airspace actually. And just after Risen, which is around there, Luleå is going to be our top of descent, heading down towards not only Finland radar, which is here, Helsinki control, sorry, Helsinki control. That's on 121.3, but very quickly after tickling into their little airspace, we're going straight into Rovaniemi approach, so not actually sure which one we're going to be handed over to. So I've tuned Helsinki control 1213, but we need to bear in mind we might end up going straight to 129.9 Rovaniemi approach. So I'm going to make a note of that. Rovaniemi radar. So on my notepad, Rov radar 129.9, and then tower. If we click this, we can see all the controllers top down. So en route, Helsinki control, Rovaniemi radar 129.9, and then we've got tower 1187. So we'll pre-select that as well. 133, ATIS 1337. We'll pre-tune that as well and see. And we've got the weather at the top here. 090 at 5, all the 9s, few clouds 600 feet, overcast 1300. Dew point -7, the temperature's -7 degrees as well, so there's no spread. Yeah, it's saturated, which means we can expect fog, and that QNH 903 hectopascals.
Roger. Scandinavian 2272, report passing flight level.
Scandinavian 2272, passing flight level 70.
Scandinavian 2272, identified, continue climb to flight level 28.
Great time of year to fly to Finland.
Flight level 280, Scandinavian 227.
I wonder if we're too far away for ATIS still, 1137. We can use COM2. Let's see. Still a bit far away. Indeed, yeah, Fritz. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but we've had a lot of ATC today, which is really nice.
Viking 221, thank you.
160 miles to top of descent now. Did I have 903 in the descent page? Yeah, 903. So to be fair, we can do a bit of pre-top of descent prep. Get ahead of the game. So we can set 993 down there. We can set our elevation, which was 650 feet, airport elevation. Which is up here.
119.8, Merry Happy Christmas, Scandinavia 1471, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
And our planned landing weight.
Hello, Carolina, 100,
Flap 30, 57.7. I'm going to put 58.0.
1447 on the box, line 100.
So it's going to give us flap 30, 140 knots. We haven't got issues with wind, no gusts or anything, so we'll leave +5. That's pre-complicated down here. And then our minimums we mentioned earlier on the approach plate, 911. Which we could set using Barrow. I think it goes that high. A lot of scrolling. Happy days. Runway heading 025. I'm going to set that in the course for the nav. Just in case the RNAV fails, we've got the option of flying the VOR approach perhaps as an option. What else have we got actually on the approach charts? Yeah, so we've got a VOR for runway 03 that's an option here. It's actually telling us 022 for the course for that. So we'll set 022.
Continue descent to flight level 100.
Minimums for that is CFDA 1020. So there's a bit of a backup there for us. But the RNAV should be fine. We've kind of pre-tuned a bit of a worst case scenario just in case there. Rab, yeah, nice. Always makes the makes a big difference, doesn't it? What else have we got on my checklist? We've done all that. We have got to descend. So destination weather, we'll get the ATIS when we get there. We've set the arrival data and the landing altitude. We've thought ahead and got the radios ready to go in our minds, and we've jotted down the frequencies we might need. We've got the lock ILS frequency course set. So we've set NAV1's course. Not nav, we haven't got an ILS, we're flying an RNAV approach, and then basically we can't go any further. Wing engine anti-ice, I'll probably turn them on for descent. Although it might be alright, might leave it off for now. Wait till the FMC tells us. Warning recall, we'll check that as well, and then top of descent, reset altitude. So we'll do them steps nearer to top of descent.
Climb flight level 340, Scandinavian 2272.
You know what I figured? I need a night mode checklist. Bit of Santa Sax at the moment, by the sounds of it as well. Jazzy.
Austrian 66, Prio cleared inbound Stockholm Arlanda, LTOC to disregard, call you back. Austrian 663, cleared inbound Stockholm Arlanda, LTOC 4 Tango, arrival landing runway 26. When ready, descend to flight level 110.
Copy all, this is Austrian 663, clear LTOC 4 Tango, arrival for Stockholm Arlanda, runway 26, and when ready, we'll call to descend to flight level 110, Austrian 663.
Viking 221, we are too high up, requesting left base turn.
Viking 221, perform left 360 turn and descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1002.
Just thought I can fiddle around with the nav data and maybe move the top of descent a little further. So at Nemgu it's at or above flight level 100, but if I tell the plane actually I want to be at flight level 100, it might move the top descent. It has a little bit. Hopefully the ATC might tell us otherwise anyway. Lorvan, when we land and we shut down on stand, we'll draw the winner. Mark, is it an Osprey convoy? We've got a few, yeah, we've got a few flying along today. Osprey, flying the colours.
Hello, lot 1 Papa Sweden, identified. Continue climb to flight level 310.
310, lot 1 Papa.
Can't see much. I do like the beacons reflecting off the aircraft though.
Finnair 5 Delta Lima, shortly leaving Swedish airspace, Unicom 1228, bye bye.
Unicom Finnair 5 Delta Lima.
Lukig, 3.7 tons, another little fuel check, 3.5 is the estimate. Good, you're slightly over.
Lot 804, report Mac number.
We could do Mach 80 and burn a little bit more fuel.
Decimal 81 for lot 804.
Lot 804, thank you. Keep decimal 81 or greater for spacing.
Decimal 81.
Team Aviation, welcome. Hope you're okay. Merry Christmas.
Report Mac number.
Mac number for KLM 2472 is decimal 80.
KLM 2472, thank you. Keep the Mac decimal 80 for spacing.
So the controller now is looking ahead on the map, trying to work out all of our spacing, because he knows if we just churn through his airspace and get to Rovaniemi, we're all going to bunch up, and it's going to be a real headache for the controllers in Rovaniemi. So the controller now in Sweden is already spacing us to make sure that we've got 2-3 minutes apart to help that controller out.
We are ready to continue arrival, Viking 221.
Viking 221, proceed direct to Golf 432 and descend to 4,000 feet.
Direct Golf 432, descend 3,000 feet, Viking 221.
Viking 221, that's 4,000 feet.
4,000 feet, Viking 221.
Dust 2, are you being chased down still by a pack of rabid Airbus?
Osprey 532, proceed, confirm proceed direct Mismo.
We are direct Mismo, Osprey 532.
And Osprey 532, roger. For my information, do you have a pretty strong crosswind from the right to the left?
Sorry, say again, Osprey 532?
Osprey 532, looks like you were heading off course. Do you have a crosswind from right to left?
I do have actually a tailwind. It's coming from left to right for Osprey 532.
Osprey 532, roger. Looks like you're heading direct Mismo now, thank you.
Excellent.
Sweden Control, very good afternoon. Eurowing 7 Alpha Charlie, climbing through flight level 160 for 1880, inbound northwest.
Good afternoon, Eurowing 7 Alpha Charlie, Sweden.
There's me light switches up here. They're nice and bright.
Climb flight level 280, Eurowing 7 Alpha Charlie.
Osprey 5563 is approaching proper descent.
Osprey 5563, descent to flight level 100.
I'm 15200 Zulu.
There we are. Got ATIS.
Transition level 70. Wind touchdown zone 090 degrees 5 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. US 600 feet. Overcast 1,300 feet. Temperature -6. 2 point -7QNH993 automatic report. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot. This is Rovaniemi arrival and
Viking 221, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
So information Foxtrot.
Expected runway 03 and
System 3000 feet, arrival route, report to established, Viking 221.
RMP 03.
Visibility 10 kilometers.
MK 2 Delta.
0 feet. Overcast 1,300 feet.
And on my notepad, we're going to aim to vacate a Delta onto Tango.
NH993 automatic report. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
7 Juliet Bravo, back with you.
That's with order break 3 and full reverse with icy and contaminated runway conditions.
Transition level 70. Wind touchdown zone 090 degrees 5.
We can get rid of that so we don't keep listening to it repeat itself. Commentator, when trying to connect to the NAT controller, in the notification page in the FMC it says Hoppy connection failed. I've set the code and enabled it in the EFB though. Any ideas? Have they got CPDLC active on their end? Or have you checked to make sure the code's correct? I know sometimes the controllers... I can't see it on mine. Sometimes the controllers will have... let's see. There you go. So Finland control is EFIN, but CPDLC you also type in EFIN. Some others might be slightly different. But yeah, it's hard to kind of, without seeing it. Oh wait, you've done that. Weird. Clipper Pilot, welcome. Joining us as a silver frequent flyer. Great to have you on board with us today. Very warm welcome to the gang. Make sure you link your Discord with your YouTube account so that you get that access to the club lounge inside our Discord server. Up a descent in 70 miles, almost 60 miles now. So let's set order break 3. 1177, we'll get that active into nav 1 as well. So nav 1 and nav 2 are both displaying the same stuff. We'll activate both of those so they're both tracking when they do get in range. VREFs are set with our planned landing weight plus the revision because we're a little bit heavier still. Haven't burnt as much fuel. Minimum's 911.
563, contact Helsinki control 121.3, head up.
And 903 hectopascals, 121.3. That's Philip. Good, which means we've pre-tuned the right frequency. So listening to the planes in front. The people they're being handed over to are who we're going to be handed over to soon.
10,800 feet, inbound, K-Max.
Hello, is it 756 Sweden identified. Continue climb to flight level 280.
Continue climbing 280 with a 756.
Viking 221, established runway 21.
Brandon, nice.
Wind 190 degrees, 11 knots.
What aircraft are you in today, Brandon? Remind me, I forget.
I do want clear to land Viking 221.
Yeah, that's a great way to explain it, Luban. Yeah, so sometimes on Hoppies or CPDLC, ACARS, EFIN might use EFIN, but sometimes EFIN B Center will use EFIB and so on. Brandon, nice.
Austrian 663, proceed direct to Sierra Alpha 865.
Proceed direct, Sierra Alpha 865, Austrian 663.
It's not relevant to our route.
Skyways 9073, no speed, ATC speed restrictions, contact Polaris 118.875, bye bye.
I need to do a Fly UK fly. Every time I hear Skyways, it reminds me. My account will be deleted on the 9th of January.
You too.
Got terrain map on. Straits showing Nemgu flight level 100. But that doesn't.
Jet 7 Juliet Bravo, contact Helsinki 121.3. Hey do.
Yeah, the hold is already in there. We're going to have to ignore that.
Tomjet 2783, no ATC speed restrictions. Contact Polaris on 118, that's weight 75. Bye bye.
So now we're thinking about descent and approach. Getting all prepped for it, making sure our charts on Navigraph are all pinned in the right order, so we're ready to go. Generally just trying to clean it all up so that we're ready. So if I was to go on my Navigraph now to show you guys, we're on that screen first. We're going to fly this bit to Ropov, one click, straight to the RNAV approach, and then next click, bingo. What I'm going to do as well, if I go down to here, go onto the EFRO charts, taxi, parking stands, we need this one up. We're going to be given it a stand when we vacate and we taxi down Tango, so I'm going to pin that. So that's the next click. So we vacate Tango, then we can click across. We know Tango is a straight line. As we get near to hotel, we can flick to the parking charts there and see what we need, where we're going to be parking. Hopefully stands 7, 8 or 9. But it's important we brief for a go around just in case too. Doc did Wellington to Dunedin yesterday, very nice. Yeah, it's always a great route. Queenstown to Wellington to Queenstown, actually.
100, shortly leaving Swedish airspace, Copenhagen offline. Frequency change approved. Bye bye.
Less than 30 miles to go to top of descent. If you want to win the copy from the other day, one copy that wasn't claimed for the new mini builds Detroit scenery from Microsoft Flight Simulator, all you've got to do is answer the question, what country is Rovaniemi in?
Go eftermiddag, Scandinavia 482, Sweden, identified. Proceed direct L-touch. Direct L-touch, Scandinavia 482.
Right, yes, scenery in New Zealand is fantastic, especially with the Orbex mesh and all of the amazing scenery as well, the Paywest scenery you can get. Wellington, Queenstown, beautiful bit of work.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, when ready, descent to flight level 210.
Descend flight level 210 when ready, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Bin, when we get on the ground and we get the engine shut down, so 20 miles to top of descent, but we can just tell it to descend now. Look, there's our countdown, but why not? We'll just go for it now.
306,
descend now.
Mark 776.
We'll allow it to go back into its own VNAV speed mode.
Osprey 2306, roger. Yep, keep that greater for spacing.
Greater for 2306.
Osprey 2306, may keep that Mach number or greater for spacing.
Alright, 776 or greater.
Right, yeah, Kathmandu to Paro, always a challenge. Generally good fun though, challenging ones, especially like around Innsbruck as well too. Steve, hello buddy, Merry Christmas to you as well. Saying thanks for the streams and entertainment, looking forward to more next year, you're more than welcome.
We're able 370, Scandinavia 9 kilo.
I'm going to go back to vertical speed mode here.
Scandinavia 9 kilo, climb to flight level 370.
I'm going to go 1600 foot per minute, see what it gives us.
70, and do we have CPDLC available tonight?
I'm afraid not. I'm having issues with it and working on a fix.
We go old school, Scandinavia 9. Thank you.
Oh, we got that Rogue.
Lot 1 Papa, descent to flight level 110.
110 when ready, lot 1 Papa.
Rogue music.
And lot 1 Papa.
Now it's picked up the VORs, there we go.
4 Tango arrival landing on.
We can do a fixed ring as well. What are we doing? Runway 03, aren't we?
Wait, 756, continue climb to flight level 330.
6 and a 10 mile fixed ring. So we've got a lot of data there, look, all mashed around in the same place. As we bring it in, bring that range ring in, we will allow ourselves to get a little bit more clarity with that.
Austrian 663, contact Stockholm.
Car's okay today, weirdly enough. And we did do Paro, Kathmandu Lukla.
126, decimal 650, Austrian 663, thank you sir, Merry Christmas.
Wind control, good evening. Scandinavia 218, flight level 380.
Change this to speed of conversion. Descent 296.
Hello, 995, correction 218, squawk 5321.
We'll squawk 5321, Scandi 218.
Happy holidays, Lively.
And Scandinavia 482, I think we are reaching 296.
Scandinavia 482, yep, looks like it. Continue climb to flight level 370.
Thank you, continue 370.
Flipped over one of our Osprey, but it was our first haul loss, I think, wasn't it? Good fun. ...180 knots for me is fine on descent.
Control, lot 804 approaching top and 10.
Lot 804 when ready, descent
to signs on.
210.
Another little master caution check. Probably great fun blasting around the F-18 around Paro, isn't it? 210.
Ja, hörs vi på frekvensen. God jul på det.
Det gör vi. Ha det.
2-3 is probably, well 2-2 maybe, 2-2, that's 200 foot per minute, probably be a good one. We can bring that up to 290 again. That'll level out the descent nicely, up here. Wing ice.
Scandinavia 16 Echo, interesting, go ahead.
After Rasmus requesting direct Sandlo, Sierra Alpha, Lima Oscar.
Scandinavia 16 Echo, after passing
Order brake set to 3. Altimeter is set. Minimum set. Approach, missed approach, we've already briefed those. Missed approach altitude needs to be set to 2,500 feet.
Thank you, 16 Echo.
Below transition altitude, altimeter needs to be set to the local pressure, which is we've got standby already 993 hectopascals, and then as we get lower, we need to be monitoring our cabin pressure as well. It's depressurizing already, nice and slowly. We just got to monitor that, make sure that is normal. We can bring that range ring in a little bit more now as well as we get closer.
Sweden, go eftermiddag, Ryanair 53 Alpha Golf, flight level 112, climbing 180.
Hello, Ryanair 53 Alpha Golf, Sweden, identified, climb to flight level 280.
Climbing level 280, Ryanair 53 Alpha Golf.
Sweden radar low, Nordic 3 Tango Mike, flight level 160, climbing flight level 310 inbound Oxford.
Go Flight Summit, Kathmandu Paro is the last Mad Dog Monday stream. Nice. Great, difficult, but you love it. Yeah, the Mad Dog is a really tricky bird, isn't it? Very, very tricky aircraft to learn. Great fun. A lot to be improved on though by Leonardo. Textures, software, sorry, textures and sounds, that sort of thing. What we got? Strange music, Christmassy music. Hi, flight time today, we were looking at 3 hours 30 block time. I should do Edinburgh to Geneva. 747-8. Cargo ops, I assume. Sea chime, 1,000 above. There we go. Just a call, you like the flight, good to hear. Make sure you press the like button too.
Approach. Lot 1 Papa, you can go ahead and contact Stockholm approach now on 126650, bye bye.
126650, good night, have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Turn them up a little bit, which means now...
756, continue climb to flight level 370.
5 level 756.
Keyword 134 November, radio check.
Keyword 134 November, radio 5. Scandinavia 482, cleared inbound Stockholm Arlanda, LTOC 4 Tango, arrival, landing runway 26. When ready, descend to flight level 110.
Cleared LTOC 4 Tango 26, when ready 110.
There we are.
Scandinavia 482.
Depths of night now, so we're just setting up the aeroplane so we've got all of our lights and things set as we want them to be. Flight level 210. What VNAV will give us now? If we just sit on VNAV, we can see our that's where our VNAV thinks we should be. Telling us we're below the profile, which is fine.
16 Echo. Scandinavia 16 Echo, I'm not sure if I messed up your flight plan a bit. Are you able to reconnect and file Sallo and direct cab? Yeah, and so that Bremen is not getting angry at me.
Sure, no worries. 16 Echo.
Subject 5 November Juliet, request further descent.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, contact Helsinki now, 1213.
Helsinki 1213, Tomjet 5 November Juliet, good night, Merry Christmas. Position report went all smooth, thanks to your document. Great to hear, commentator. Oh my god, it's getting busy and we're getting high on the profile now as well. Helsinki Control, good evening, Tomjet 5 November Juliet, flight level 210 inbound Nismo.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, Helsinki Control, hello. Cleared, Nemco 2 Delta, arrival runway 03, descend flight level 100.
Good evening, cleared Nemco 2 Delta, arrival runway 03, descend flight level 100, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Doing some funkiness with the speed here. So let's go to vertical speed. Let's get that to 2.5. And we're just going to monitor. The banana's really useful. It's going to show you where you're going to come out. And our next frequency, this is where it gets busy, EFRO approach, which is Rovaniemi radar 1299er. Let's get that pre-tuned in, the box ready as well. 129er. 9er. That's our next frequency. Mark, perhaps. First little glimpse of the land below. We're off to Santaland, Rovaniemi. Can't see very much up here because it only gets a few hours of daylight each day. We get to flight level 100 at Nemgu, we know we're going to be on profile.
Control, good evening.
Just going to balance that, manage it.
Flight level 390.
I don't mind the speed running just yet a little bit because we are far ahead of where we need to be. Might put a bit of engine icing on. It's steep descent after Nemgu. TAI. Interesting. So that's actually saying it's quite happy to have anti-ice on. VATSIM, welcome. The answer is not Hergiland or Suomi. Well, it is Suomi, but I need the English answer. Let's get a bit of speed breakout. $10,000, the next one will be descent to 2,500 feet. Christopher saying, pretty sure Rovaniemi gets minutes of daylight during this time of year. Wow. Oh no, welcome. Jordan, you tell me. Minutes to landing, I reckon.
Helsinki Control, Lot 804 with you at flight level 210.
Lot 804, Helsinki Control, hello, radar contact, descent, flight level 100.
Bring the range rings in.
Delta arrival, runway 03.
We'll bring it to 20 miles now, so we get 10 miles to Nemgula.
Descent to flight level 100.
Let's get the speed breakout again. Flight to 10. Eventually, no name. Yeah.
Delta arrival, runway 03.
Jordan, very nice. Flying to the Maldives Saturday. Awesome.
Delta for runway 03.
Very nice indeed.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, contact Rovaniemi radar 129.9. Bye bye.
Contact Rovaniemi radar 129.9 of Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Merry Christmas, good night.
Sierra X-ray, Sierra cross runway.
Information Foxtrot still. Rovaniemi radar, good evening, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Information Foxtrot on board, descending flight level 100 inbound Nemgu.
Hello Tomjet 5 November Juliet, information Foxtrot is current, descent to 2,500 feet, QNH 992, via Ropov cleared R&P approach, runway 03. Report when established on final approach course.
Wilco, cleared RMP 03, continue descent 2,500 feet and report on approach course. Tomjet 5 November Juliet, QNH 992 hectopascals. There's a lot of information there. Muddled it up really a little bit there as well, but hey ho. Press the bar, get the lights on, lights and signs set as required, aircraft is depressurising nicely, we'll do another check of that, it's going to get really busy. What doesn't help is we can't see out the plane that well either. Hopefully we get to 2,500, or just. I'm going to continue down to 203, which is our flaps up speed. As we get to our flap retraction speeds, which are those, the limits, 250 knots, flap 1, 2 and 5. We're going to make use of that. We're going to extend the flaps to help increase drag on the airframe, which will help slow us down a little bit. We could in theory do that now as well. That will help just bleed the speed off. Get the collar up. Flap 1. There's our BNE, just move forwards. We're right on the cusp of overspeed there with this. We'll go flap 2 now as well. Speed's now increasing as the flaps and the slats are extending on the wings. And see the banana, little balloon because we've extended flaps, but it's heading down further away from Ropop, which is good. That's what we want. And that also means we can increase our rate of descent slightly. Flap 5, B225 through transition. Look at that drop in pressure. Wow. Got a local pressure and look how quickly we lost altitude there. We can bring that now to 1,200 foot per minute perhaps. And get rid of the speed brake. See what happens with speed. Should just tickle away slightly. We know we can go to flaps 10 at 210 and below. Got all our icing systems on at the moment. I'm going to set 180. I'm going to be lazy, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to put the engine start mode select switches onto continuous. I'm going to turn the icing switches off. That's fine, they're all normal. Yeah, they're all fine. Arm the spoilers. Lap 10. Blown up now. Usual rules. Engine off. That'll be when we draw the winner. Bring the range ring in a little bit more. There's the hold at Ropov that it's expecting us to fly, but we don't want to do that. Bit of tidying up. Like so. .800 foot per minute, that's nice. So auto brake 3, flap set 10 at the moment, speed brake is armed, engine ignition mode selectors to continuous. We'll do a final check of that for the approach, and I'm going to flick my charts across to the final approach charts. 025 for the heading, we've got the VOR as a backup on 022, that's pre-tuned in as well. We're looking for the airfield, we can't see it yet.
2500.
Beautiful lights down below though, look at that. The road will lead us to the airport if we get really lost. Altitude holds. We'll go back onto VNAV mode. We want to hold 180 into a bit of cloud now. Look at that illuminate. And if we go outside, just recenter that. Oh, look at that. Epic. What we got here? Can't really see it that well there, can we? 2C's flown 2 flights today, flying your third, and I'll fly 1 more from Sweden to Gran Canaria. Very nice. We want to go to approach mode. What are we? 10 miles. 2,500, gear down, lap 15. on 60 till 4. Reset NCP altitudes. Should now take us down on the glide path for the RNAV. We're just going to keep an eye. 140 is what we've got. So 145 will be final approach. Subject 5 November Juliet is on final approach course.
Subject 5 November Juliet, contact tower 118.7, bye-bye.
Tower 118.7 for Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Merry Christmas, good night.
Thank you, you too.
Let's go flap 30. Rovaniemi Tower, good evening. Tomjet 5 November Juliet is 6 mile final RNAV 03.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, Rovaniemi Tower, good afternoon. Wind 080 degrees, runway 03, clear to land.
Runway 03, cleared land, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. How's that? Oh, epic. There's the runway. Let's see if just very quickly if we've got some. Oh, look at that. Excellent. Back to the business end, 145. On descent. $2,500 is set and ready. 025 needs to be set. Gear down 3 green. No, we're looking good there. One quick check of that. We've done the overhead. Speed's coming down. And one final thing. QATL, the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Couple of screenshots, why not? Okay, so once that's disappeared, there it goes. Auto thrust off. That's my throttle now. 58.6. Autopilot off. 2 clicks. My controls.
1,000.
What do you reckon the touchdown zone's going to be, folks? 6 knot crosswind for us now. Look at that. Beautiful. Very easy to get distracted.
Approaching minimums.
Wind is just sort of being a bit problematic here. It's only minor.
Minimums.
It's all good. Different variations between the RNAV PAPIs on the glide slope and the PFD there. Looking ahead.
30. 20.
I can't be bothered to go around him.
10.
If someone does that on VATSIM, just spawns in the runway, just land on them, just ignore them. Big no-no. We're funny, we said about easily distracted, and we could have very easily been distracted there, couldn't we? But we just about got away with it. So we've just missed Charlie.
Scandinavia 41 Rovaniemi Tower, good afternoon, 325.
Mark, no idea who that was.
Scandinavia 41, I don't have your flight plan, can you file it? Tomjet 5 November Juliet, welcome to Rovaniemi. Taxi to stand 7 by Tango.
Taxi to stand 7 by Tango, Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Okay, so flaps and slats, let's get rid of those, and auto brake off. It did happen on tape, it's probably the same person. But, oh well, I don't let these things frustrate me. That's all good. Probe heat can go off. Wing ice off. GSX, lots to do in this. Airbus is just goes off nice and quick, but gate 7. Lovely. Don't need to follow me. Although in real life would they have one? I'm not sure. Yeah, there was a little moment where I thought I'm going to go around, but I thought why should I? And we're at MK Studios. Well, it is, Robert, but then you should never connect to the network until you're in and confirm you're at a gate. People do get banned for that stuff. If I dot walloped it, whoever that is would get banned. I'm not going to bother. One of those things. I don't let it... Yeah, it's frustrating. I try not to let it impact me too much. Anyway. Santa is calling. I shall ignore the people that are on the naughty list. Here we are. The one thing MK Studios haven't really done is mesh the textures of the runway to sort of prevent that snow build-up. It's something I wish they did do. Some scenery developers seem to be able to do it quite nicely, but... Echo, the one where did we go yesterday? Eagle County, covered in snow. Wonderful bit of work from them. In adding in those snowy textures.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet. Currently your stand is occupied, so taxi to stand 8.
Roger, change stand 8, Tomjet 5 November Juliet.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
I'll just select this parking anyway. What? Interesting, GSX says it's already assigned to another aircraft.
So good. This is PC 8 Kilo Max stand 7 attack Boeing 737 Max. Request IFR clearance to Brussels as well, please.
Fury 8 Kilo Mike, Rovaniemi Tower, good afternoon. You're cleared to Brussels, runway 03, all number 3 Bravo departure.
That's 7.
Climb flight level 380 and squawk 1222.
That's Speedbird's at gate 8, isn't he? Yeah, we'll have to take gate 9. So GSX actually detected there an aeroplane there. Yeah, that's 8.
Beauties 8 Kilo Mike.
Fury 8 Kilo Mike, clear as correct.
Have I got that right? That's stand 7. That's epic, look at that. Blown up, no, well, it requires custom waypoint things. I don't know if that's stand.
Tomjet 5 November Juliet, my bad. There's again someone occupying your stand, so taxi to stand 9.
That's absolutely fine. I'll go stand 9. Tomjet 5 November Juliet.
Lot 804, good evening, Rovaniemi Tower, established on runway 03.
Yeah, Ahmed, indeed. It's definitely improved, as you're saying there.
804, Rovaniemi Tower, good.
Here we go, turn again.
Wind 0 degrees, 7 knots, runway 03, clear to land.
Clear land for lot 804.
He's overshot it. Let's get back on that centre line nice and quick. I'm going to try and park up quick because we've got a couple of guys on final. We want to do a bit of plane spotting. I've done that for a few days. A little bit of tap on the brakes to help bring us down to a stop. And brake sets. That's all good, that's all set. Let's kill the power. Engines 1 and 2 off. Anti-collision lights off. Oh my god. I forgot the APU, didn't I? No, the APU is on. I just forgot to transfer the power across. How many times have real pilots done that in the past, eh? Probably less than I do, to be fair. Here we are. Rovaniemi. Let's fire up GSX and begin the deboarding process.
The boarding requested.
Just as we're doing that, reset the drone camera and go and spot a landing very quickly. Couldn't have timed that any closer. Yeah, anti-ice on, that's probably a good shout actually. And in fact, behind that, there's one about to establish as well. Here come our fellow pilots. Nicely done. Let's catch those aircraft. Let's catch that deboarding, shall we?
Passengers bus is coming.
It's a shame you can't do GSX, they all have Santa hats on, that would be quite cool. Deboarding requested, Christopher, indeed. Yeah, it's a cool little airport this from MK Studios, they've done a bit of nice work. Oh, is that Philip over there? There he is.
Lot 804, welcome to Rovaniemi, taxi to stand 2, via Tango Sierra.
Thank you very much. Taxi to stand number 2 for lot 804, Tango via Sierra.
There's the passenger bus.
Rovaniemi Tower, KLM 2472, I think I might have to go around here.
KLM 2472, copy that.
Where is he?
Go around as published, contact radar 129.99.
Have I done Helsinki? Sure have.
Established, go around and contact approach on 129.9 for KLM 2472.
Yeah, nice touch, isn't it, Matthew? I'd imagine, you know what, we don't do it in the summer, but perhaps we should, because that looks pretty neat, doesn't it? I'd imagine that's quite cool. Is that Ian? Literally through the cloud. He's doing a go around. Who else have we got coming in? Osprey 532 is next. And Osprey 2306, they're neck and neck. We've got Christmas 25 Hotel inbound. And Speedbird 134 November. And then we've got Air France 2610 from Lyon. Delta Tango, how are you so far behind? He's up there. There he is. Unstable early, made that early call for a go around. It's what they would say is good airmanship. There's another one just in the distance over there in the cursor. About to establish. That's a point. How would you find Santa's village from here? Be quite a good idea for some freeware scenery, wouldn't it? OG, nice one, thank you. Yeah, 2-on final there. Blown Up says, finally decided to spend the €15 Control voucher I won back during the 20,000 subscriber giveaway on Fly Tampers Athens. Love flying around the Greek islands. It's really nice, isn't it? Pretty cool. Yeah, it's 2-on final there. Lights burning through the cloud.
8 kilo Mac now, just pushing start.
Mark says it's included in the airport. Is it actually? Okay, we've got to go and find it then. Where is it?
3532 is inbound on the RMP approach runway 03.
Go and find Santa's Village.
Rovaniemi tower, good afternoon. Wind 0 degrees 7 up, runway 03, clear to land.
Runway 03, clear to land, that's 3532.
It's quite a hill, isn't it? That's not Santa's Village. We go up a little bit.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Not now, GSX. We're finding Santa's Village. Oh. There it is. Okay, we will find that after these two arrivals. We'll whiz over, depending on the separation of the other guys behind them. Here he comes. Fritz, good job.
Rovaniemi Tower, ho ho ho. Center 25 Hotel.
Ho ho ho.
UNF03, establish.
Santa 25 Hotel, Rovaniemi Tower, good afternoon. Wind 0 degrees 7 up, runway 03, continue approach.
Alright, 03, continue approach, Center 25 Hotel.
Ollie came back from Athens last summer to Heathrow, flew with Aegean, one of the best airlines I've ever flown with a new A320 Neo. Nice. What made Aegean one of the best airlines you've ever flown with?
Santa 25 Hotel.
Out of curiosity.
Approach speed.
Here he comes. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's just not taking the RNAV, or... There's our first Osprey touchdown, or second Osprey touchdown actually, because Philip did it earlier. Ahead of the pack. Osprey, by the way, is included in FSLTL's VMR, some of the aircraft. It's coming up now to the exit. Where's this other guy? Short final. Gonna get clearance to land or go around. I reckon he's just gonna get clearance to land. He's gonna be fine.
Santa 25 Hotel, runway 03, clear to land.
Runway 03, clear to land, Center 25 Hotel.
Osprey 532, welcome to Rovaniemi.
Should we draw that winner?
3.
Taxi to stand 3 on 3532.
See who's won the final copy of the Innobuild's Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. From our giveaway stream the other day, Lieutenant Riot was drawn as the winner, but he didn't claim it in the time period, sadly, so we gave him an extra day, actually. They are OG. We've got the best pilots here at Osprey Airways.
Tower, good evening. Osprey 2306.
Oh, it's a floaty. It's a big floaty. Okay, next question. November He's halfway down the runway. Fritz, epic. Thank you, buddy. Oh, that must be some max brake in there. Christmas 25, ho ho ho. Fritz, thank you very much, buddy. Gifted 20 more channel members. Welcome to Ollie, David Mouse, Leonardo. My name is Cody. Pilot Paul, Pilot Fisk, Spitfire RF 100, ZSTK. Welcome, guys. Oh, Lieutenant Riot, yeah. We announced it on the stream as well. You were in the live chat today as well. Unbelievable. Where were you? Oh dear. He is in the chat today. The giveaway 2 days ago, Lieutenant Riot, we did Detroit. You ended up being drawn as the winner, but you didn't claim it. So we're doing the re-roll today. You made it. Oh, I'm really sorry. The answer to today's giveaway is Finland. That re-roll. Yeah, those of you who have been subbed a gift sub thanks to Fritz over the last couple of days, you're basically, you've got a channel membership on his behalf for a month, which is great. It would be funny if he won again. I don't know if he's answered or not yet though. Lieutenant Riot, you're here today anyway, so drop me a DM on Discord. I don't want to leave you out. I'll try and figure something out. Maybe get you a little Contrail gift card, a couple of euros. So you still got something for Christmas perhaps. Don't know who this is.
Pilots to boarding starting.
How'd you enter? Just answer the question, where is what country is Rovaniemi in? The answer is Finland. I assume this is Peter. Let's to do his own thing. No. Air France 2610. No. I don't know who this is.
PT 8 kilometer now for taxi.
It's an A310. Oh, that was a heavy one. Bash.
PT 8 kilometer.
Don't know who that was. All right, well, Lieutenant Riot hasn't entered still. Let's draw the winner. Let's draw. The answer was Finland. So good luck to everybody who entered. The 60 entries and or 60, yeah, 61 eligible entries. Good luck to everybody who has entered today. It's to win that copy of Build's Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport scenery or Microsoft Flight Simulator re-roll from the other day's live stream. There he is. He's in the chat now. 63 entries. Awesome. It was Zato. Epic. Maybe I wasn't listening properly. Okay, so the winner is someone. Someone has won the giveaway. He's in the chat somewhere. Oh, there you go. He says, love the stream, actually. One of the last couple of comments. So congratulations to you, someone. Make sure you email me, BritishAvGeek1@gmail.com, or direct message on Discord. You've got to prove, of course, you are someone on YouTube. I've got a thing of your profile up and stuff like that, so I can confirm your user account and things.
Rovaniemi approach, KLM 2472, established for runway 03.
And you get a copy of Build's Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport. Here comes the speedboard.
KM 2472 Rovaniemi Tower, good afternoon.
Elk Chocolate, Travel 2, FS Insane, JetBlue Fan 1, Red Fred, gifted memberships by Fritz again, wow. Snow 1, Willem FS, High Flyer Gaming, Ben, welcome guys, you're going green for the month. Chuck Blake and Mark Taylor. Epic. Who else? I think this is YouTube trying to catch up with the 20 that you gifted. Fritz and Gav, top gifters on the channel. Yeah, Christopher was asking about the A310 model matching for Osprey, so it's actually included in our VMR, I believe, unless I've not updated the VMR for a little while. But oh, look at all the Ospreys! Epic. Got loads flying in. Yeah, so if you are a new channel member, you've got a membership for a month.
Tower, this is Caleb 2472. I'm going to disconnect. That's failed on my behalf. Sorry.
Hi Ian, have a good night.
Okay.
He's going around.
Evening. Bye-bye.
Have a Merry Christmas. Cheers.
Off he goes.
134 November, please.
134 November, thank you, welcome to Rovaniemi. That's the holding point.
Yeah, basically if you're a new channel member today, then make sure you head to Discord and you link your channel account with your YouTube user account with your Discord account. Integrations inside Discord will then give you access to our club lounge. Here's a question. Santa's Village is over there. Can you follow the trees, the road?
Runway 03, Renvi 3, Bravo departure, flight level 390, squawk 4756.
See, have MK Studios thought of this? Can you follow the tree line to Santa's Village?
4756, Scandinavia 219.
Scandinavia 219, clear as correct.
Oh, you actually might be able to, yeah.
Take off from the 03.
It'd be nice to see this actually as a road, though.
Stand by, there is aircraft on final.
Stand by, beat 8 km.
The trees aren't this thick going into Lapland, though, into Santa's Village. Here we are, the main road, sweeping left.
Scandinavia 191, stand by. Leipzig Air 9707, Rovaniemi Tower.
Yep, 9707, one final for a train.
Wind 0 degrees 7 knots, runway 03, clear to land.
Clear to land. That's again 907.
Oh, that's it. There's not really much to it. Christmas house.
Period, kilo Mike. After landing traffic.
That's quite cool. There's no Santa though.
After landing traffic, 103. PC 8 km.
Rovaniemi Tower, this is Scandinavia 191, requesting associates Copenhagen as file, information hotel on board.
Oh, there's a Santa.
191.
Couple of little Santas.
Good afternoon, you are to Copenhagen, runway 03, Renvi.
Nice to see that he's kind of put a little bit of effort in there, though. Where's the airport? Lost me bearings.
Copenhagen, runway 03, runway 3, Bravo departure.
There it is. Look for the nav lights.
740, Scandinavian 191.
Jolly good.
191, confirm squawking 3470.
Roger, 3470.
Oh, Lieutenant Wright, that's gutting.
Scandinavia 191, clear as correct.
Speedboat 134 November, holding to Tango.
Speedboat 134 November.
No worries, just take your time with it.
Stand 1 via Tango and Sierra.
And the anxiety of connecting to VATSIM for the first time is shared with all of us, to be fair. It's
Thank you for playing Merry Christmas.
Flying on the Osprey jet ski. I was zooming around quite a bit, wasn't I?
Lady Chair 9707, welcome to Rovaniemi.
There we are.
Taxi to holding point Tango.
Thank you to everybody who flew along. Congratulations to someone. I don't know if they're still in the chat actually, did they? Oh, there you go, it says thanks everyone. Yeah, make sure you you holler someone, don't leave it, otherwise I'll have to re-roll it again. So do contact me, either via email or Discord. Hope you guys all have a fantastic Christmas, wherever you are in the world, if you are celebrating. If not, have a great week. And join me the other side of Christmas, post-night shifts, wish me luck. And we'll dive back into some more flights somewhere. We just need to work out where we're going to fly to. Who knows what aircraft and what scenery. We'll play it by ear. We'll discuss and plan in the club lounge over in Discord. Thank you to everybody who flew along. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Thank you to all of our ATC controllers as well. You've all been fantastic. And have a very Merry Christmas. I'll see you soon. Take care.
And Rovaniemi, Tower, speed 532, shutting down, position 3, thanks for ATC, and have a good Christmas.
Rovaniemi, approach, have a good night, and Merry Christmas to you.
Likewise, bye-bye.
And likewise from Tomjet 5 November Juliet, thank you for the ATC. Have a great Christmas and good night.
Thank you for flying. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Lady Chair 9707.